Born and raised DC. Make some noise. Well, if you are, let's make this a DC party. Come on.
36 Nation Radio. We're here today at Richard Wright Public Charter School. I am joined today by Councilmember Trayon White.
I was deeply touched by the loss of a young man, Zaire Kelly, a few weeks ago that went to Third Hill Marshall. And I think when Dr. Clark started this initiative, it was something, it was a good vision and something that the kids needed to ensure that we got their back. One of the #1 reasons for when I talk to young people, especially young African-American men, why they drop out of school is because of safety. They don't feel safe. And I went to Blue Senior High School. I had my challenge with neighborhood community beefs, and so I know the challenge, you know. And so we're here to stand in solidarity with the young ladies and young men here at Richard Wright to ensure we got their back going to and from school. And it's a lot of good energy here, a lot of good people, a lot of good networking. Well, I solely believe that bad things happen when good people do nothing. And in our community, we have a lot of good people in small pockets. So I want to just create the vehicle that people can get on, because while police got a job to do, everybody in the community has equally as a job to do in our community to ensure safety in our communities.
Why did you feel like you
definitely had to do a form of awakening?
Watch this.
Listen, vision. Listen, vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Check this out. Get barred up with y'all. You ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
Food for thought. What if Martin Luther stayed in the room, never stepped foot in the balcony? What if they had a bulletproof car instead of a drop top for Kennedy? Malcolm did the speech. What if I sat amongst the congregation? So when them boys scream, get your hands on my pocket, I fired shots at the assassins. Howard, ain't nothing new under the sun. What if I had put blank in Marvin Gaye's father's gun? Then I'll dip to Paris, put all the paparazzi in a slammer. So that way that night they would've never chased Princess Diana. Favorite singer's Bob Marley, never been to his show. But what if the cancer never spread? Cause he cut off his toe. I'm with the Bobo Dreads in Jamaica. They like pass the chalice. The bomb's so strong, the guards get in contact at Buckingham Palace.
We decided to shoot some footage on the campus of Howard, and so we decided to come to the yard, and I followed a couple of students. I ran into broadcast majors, and so I went to class with them. And so then we literally were walking back to go to our car, and I said, what's the group over there gathered? A couple of students said, oh, I said, Wyclef. I said, oh, I know Wyclef.
Howard, this is where, I remember we performed here, Jay-Z, Fugees, Maxwell. This was homecoming for us, so it was important to come back. It's crazy, just, you know, you run for president, you know, and then you come back to this generation. And all of these kids are relating to the new Wyclef music like it's 1997, so it was important to not only do it on the internet. The power of millennials are very important, and the thing is, because people was like, oh, they're not active. I was actually, they're very active, you know. They're so active to the point where they really stay back and didn't vote. I'm just telling you, and I could just be honest with you, the kids right now, they're not either Republican or Democrat.
Issue-based, not party.
Issue-based, not party.
All right, man. Always good
I love
seeing you,
you, man. Good seeing you.
Watch this.
Give me a new mind means give me a new perspective. Give me a new perspective. Give me a new way of looking at my situation. Give me a new way of looking at my circumstances. Get my mind ready for this year, because when I get this year, there's going to be blessings, there's going to be miracles, there's going to be opportunities. Oh yes, it's going to be some struggles, it's going to be some challenges, it's going to be some tests, but even the struggles are an opportunity for me to show off the victory if my mind can handle the change.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the K. Lowry Moore Show. I am honored that you guys are here with me this evening. You know, sometimes we get too comfortable in life. We just settle in where we are, and then we use that phrase, it is what it is. No, it doesn't have to be that way. You have the power to change at any time. Every day that you are awake, you have an opportunity to kind of just refresh and just start anew. There's so many different ways where you can refresh your lifestyle. I mean, I'm not just talking about health and wellness here. I'm talking about going back to school, getting your education if that's what you want to do, further your education, start a business, start dating again. That's another way to refresh your lifestyle. Just look at life from a different aspect to realize that you do have the power to change your surroundings. And that's what we're going to get into tonight's topic. So with that said,
big and listen to this. You never know who comes through, man. Make sure y'all tune in.
Then it's understood the man, he's up to no good.
You getting pulled over by the new world order.
Add the white wine, and I'm gonna get a nice little sauce.
You shake it.
Cannabis, cooking.
Now you get to see it in HD.
You got a platform here, man.
Guys, she's also a stylist.
Your underwear's supposed to be comfortable.
I say you a strong sister. Think about that.
Although we are all very different, we are all very much the same.
Andre was gonna hit and it switched, then we had to jump into the car.
All kinds of free stuff.
Increasing your opportunity to grow.
Because we're smarter, we're doing it differently.
What God has designed for you to do.
That's why Christ spoke in parables.
Amen. Amen.
Inhale up. Stretch, stretch, stretch.
You got a nap right there.
I sure do.
Who you know in my administration?
Oh, God. Here we go with that.
Oh, man, we had our own booth.
Pull that fish.
My blue little buddy.
Get to know your vagina.
I never wanted to be a scary guy.
No, they just can't lock me down. Allow the youth to have a chance to start their own.
Dressed in green.
Sexy and clean.
And he ain't mean.
Not me.
You show love to DC.
So I let my soul council brothers lead me in the right direction.
He's one of the most genuine people I know.
Passion in my heart. We going through it day by day, book by book, block by block, hood by hood, state by state.
Dope, right?
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Walking a thin line. Gotta defend mine. Walking a thin line. Gotta defend mine. Gotta defend mine.
I'm scared to do some freestyle. Flow. I'm too high and I might go off tempo. But now I'm back to let these niggas know just how deep my game run. Apocalypse don't sleep. I keep a motherfucking Glock in my car. If I'm holding the club, I gotta be the fucking star. So everybody wanna smile and raise their hands. I got a razor in case I gotta do it next. Man, cause you know how niggas be. They wanna see if Pac is real or is he like that nigga in the movie. I guess I gotta prove my point. Slicing motherfuckers, now I'm doing the joint. I got my nigga B.I. to the G beside me. Bitches on my dick, you know the hoes wanna rob me. And my other homies out here like Spike Lee. They got the camera on the nigga, guess they like me. But now I'm about to pass this motherfucker on, cause this Tangeray is getting hella strong. We on underground, man. Okay, alright. Let me see how I'm gonna hit you.
Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. I am your host, Jay, the District Dabber. This is Talking Turks. And we are reporting to you live from the motherfucking hot box.
Holla at your koala. If you from Australia, holla at your koala. You heard?
Microwave, I got slave. Glass plate with the razor. Triple beam for the weigh. Middle finger to their faces, had a gin and didn't think I can make it. Everything put your start taking all that. Now the key to this spaceship. I moved the keys out the basement. They waiting on me to go make it.
Struggle, let's go. I was raised in the city at no hope. Killers, dealers, murders in a cutthroat. I never wife a bitch or freak code. This your boo giving me deep throat. Transactions on the phone, that's a no-no. Running through your hood like Flojo. I've been on my sniper shit. Set it off in this bitch like Malvo. If it's beef that you want, you can get laid.
Walking with pride, 6 man of what I decide. Produce the results, only a pro can provide. See, my brain is the groom, and my heart is the bride. Until death do them part, see, they'll never divide. See, my spirit's the guide, navigating the ride of the fall and rise of a king, till death and tied to
on the top floor in the awkward light. Blue sky, that Walter White. I get all in that Jesse Pink scream, yeah, bitch, when I hit it right. Bitch, know that, self-blow that. Depressed God, so devilish. My pimp game is so strong. My bottom bitch is your therapist.
I feel like them niggas was talking and have an option. I grab the mic and toss it around like a QB option. Everything I spit in my nigga, this shit flawless. Yellow tape around my waist, I stay cautious. Vomit, every time I spit, nigga nauseous. Nigga like Mortal Kombat victories, flawless.
Pussy niggas swear to God quick. Lil' bruh, let they all spit. I'ma do it for Ricardo, bitch. 30 on me, catch a hollow quick. In the gutter, free Marlo, bitch. I'm trying to make it on out the trenches. Pussy nigga get hit with his stitches. If a nigga play, he ended up missing.
Passing suck like Stephen Curry, man, I carried it. The Warriors is us, but they ain't ready. It's like Golden State. I know your fate. You paused and I told you wait. They ain't see the quake. All they seen was the caskets for them bastards. Them silly ass rabbits, man, it's tragic.
You skinny ass nigga, you need to go eat some rice, nigga. Cause I'm about to lay you to rest. Your teeth big. When he sneezes, he bites his chest.
And I'ma show you how I spit it. Want you to understand, dog, you ain't getting it. And I'ma show you, I got it prompted. You just an intern for Morgan Johnson.
And I know just how I do it, see a kid just like it. They be like, goddamn, how we get this shit like this. And see, I'm going in, I got the crowd real hype shit. I'm not a battle rapper, I just freestyle for excitement.
You talking all that bullshit, you wonder why I love this? Watch what I do with this box. I'ma blow the country like Russia.
Matter of fact, I'ma spit up off the holster. Cause my shit real fucking tight like the poster. This is MrVisionLive.com. Niggas get it. Radio's coming through, that's how my niggas spit it. Antonio, the Cuban cigar smoker. Niggas know I'm coming through, you know I smoke ya. And plus I put some bullet slam in your brain. Leave your glasses big like the nigga Eddie Kane. I rap how I rap like the Rapture. You can like Casper, and I'ma get captured. That's like the Ghostbusters, you are really nothing. You're younger, I'm older, Benjamin Button.
Them big ass glasses, boy you need some waving. His glasses so big when you look at him, he can see the people waving. DB, boy, your chain is so fake. You better not catch a cold, cause if you sneeze, that shit gon' break. Going live, even your mama at home like, shit, boy, you getting fried.
Smoking that dro, hey, you all shut up, hey, it is my show, hey, I got your broad, she's not my hoe, hey, I was like, what? She's giving me throat.
We all gon' die. Eventually you wanna live, then watch your guys. Cause them the niggas that snakes in disguise. You gotta learn to read between the lines in their eyes. Then sever all ties. I can't work no 9 to 5. I ain't fixing no fries. I'm a stereotype. They don't wanna see me rise.
I'm spitting these bars and buying these cars. They like this nigga a star. Cody Glade, that's what my mama named me. And I'm from PG, but I'm staying DC.
Shoot your mother where them young niggas serve they mothers at. Shoot at your brother at. Where we serve girls at Pronex, where I'm the plug and that connect. If you wanna check, pull up on me, might pull up and vest. 30 popping out the tech.
Oh my God, you know I come with the heat. This nigga got the whole metro line on his teeth. Boy, you tryna fuck with John, you know I'm the best. I step off your teeth at Farragut West.
Thank you for everybody that tuned in, man. Make sure y'all catch the same damn time, same damn channel next week. Right here at WLVS Studios, man, 2622 Georgia Avenue, man. If you a dope artist and you want to battle, show up here next week, 6 p.m. We gonna go down the same damn time, the same damn way that we did it this week.
Amazing game show for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Price is All Right. This is where we take stereotypically racist items and we're going to have the studio audience guess the price. Whoever guesses the closest to the price goes on to the Super Showcase. Woo! How much are the tiki torches? Kylie. $49.99. $49.99. $60.99. $48.99. $48.99. Congratulations, you're the winner. A 12-pack is $31.65 on Amazon. All you racists can go out and get all of your tiki torches.
Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Ready, nigga? Yeah. Ready for that raw dog shit, nigga? Getting the hell strong. Money, holes, and clothes. Blunt smoke coming out the nose is all a nigga knows. Flipping on phones, putting tags on toes. Watching the stash grow, clocking the cash flow. The neighborhood grave digger, getting paid so much, all the bitches wanna see a nigga. I guess they figure I'm paid, I wanna get laid. Or since I got loot, I wanna knock boots. I'd rather beat my dick than trick. And if she don't suck, then we don't fuck. I'd rather make a buck, drive a fat ass truck, grab the 9, 2 clips and run them up. Yes, flex after 2 or 3 bets as I wreck shit. What the fuck you expected? A fly guy? Well fuck it, I'm a high guy. From Bed-Stuy putting the swelling on your eye. Your nose even, when I choke you, you stop breathing. When police come, I'm leaving. Peace and love.
Yourself. Stay to yourself. Trust nobody. Trust nobody. After dog. You know what I mean? Straight up. My closest friends did me in. My closest friends, my homies, people who I done took care of their whole family. I done took care of everything for them, looked out for them, put them in the game, everything. Turned on me. But I'm a soldier, I always survive. I constantly come back. You know what I mean? Only thing that can kill me is death. That's the only thing that'll ever stop me.
Say we be fucking all the honeys. I know you see me dripping level up sauce. We them niggas with the level up sauce. I know you see me dripping level up sauce. We them niggas with the level up.
Been through just passing by, no need to ask fine. Can do the damn thing, don't know ask mine. I laugh about it in the sky so high, so high, 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 high. Recognizing I'm way past the block, blast the Glock, no mask, mask. I stutter.
Okay, it's Mr. Two Guns, but I kill you with one. Glizzy gang, bitch, we'll kill you for fun. Gotta script a bitch, she is so damn fun. Script a pole in a room, fuck her on a pile of ones.
Goes hard, happy street, no bitch, you strong. I play no game, go ham like a spew ship. Building empires like my name's Lucius. Not easy, but every record launch is ruthless. Out about my session should be labeled straight boothless. Fuck all these hands out like a cup. You ain't been riding on my face, get the fuck. See coins come and go, so your shit out of luck. Bitches faking on me, make sure to keep your dick.
This is a Mumble Sauce remix.
Welcome to DC. You know where you're at, the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act, oh you gon' be right back. Well we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here. You know where you're at, the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act, oh you gon' be right back. Well we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. Truth is, this here's proof there's room to take it up a few years. Give us a few years, let us test some ears. We'll be a brand new best of this. Scoring 100 on your question is. Cause if the question is we the truth, then check the yeah. Cause if you check the no.
And go.
We're unboxing shit for the Hip Hop Museum. We're unboxing shit you want to come and see them. Master P is in the house. Master P is in the house. Oh shit, Master P. You lost your sunglasses, Master P. Oh fuck, Master P. Gotta hook you up, Master P. Yo, I'm Master P on the mic. Yo, I'm doing things that you like. Yeah, it's Master P. He's on the scene. He's dressed in green. He's Master fucking P.
This is Phone Homie, and you've tuned into the Slab Hour. Slab Hour on marijuana issues and the lifestyle.
Slab Hour! The residents of the District of Columbia spoke loud and clear last November when they adopted Initiative 71.
A sort of hot revolution happening here in Washington.
Me, I'm all about championships. Go. Thank you, man. Yo, God bless you. God bless you. What is the Slab Hour? The Slab Hour, we took it upon ourselves to raid the station, take away that stigma on marijuana, show you the culture, take big slabs, push off Phone Homie, and get the community out there front and center.
The natural defenses are crumbling. Now's the time to introduce the joint. Must come up.
Slab Hour!
Like Sodom, I get so hot of Gomorrah. Before you pour in the door of this bitch, explore the moratorium and force it from Georgia to California. No more of the bull crap, I'm pulling the wool back, exposing them hoes just so full of the cool cat. Cool snap. I got like 40 my young wives. So the name's Young Wise, and let it be known I'm coming for that throne, bringing that real shit back cause I get up in my zone. Got that beat, got that dro, got that heat up on the low. Up in DC on the low, selling grow by some corner store. As we watch the lights glow, while the dance flow, everyone is watching as we go. Break it down, show me how you break it down.
Feel like I'm losing my sight, losing my mind, but not losing this fight, doing my time. If it means losing my life, you are my kind. Red, blue, and white stripes on fire. The American terrorist, terrorizing your therapist, verifying each shot's direct hits, no sparing. Better resist the Al-Qaeda of this. Let the lyrical jihad commits. Rossi is intense. Caprice call me now the prince. Ross of Verifax, launching attacks for world dominance. Y'all should watch your back. May start an early apocalypse. For Washington on the map and a huge condom upon the monument. For all the purchase snatches, economics and politics. Long from the back like cute little foreign chicks. But watch me lap him with this suicide bomb attempt. Knocking like a head off then, replacing it with Osama bin Laden. Selling t-shirts on the White House lawn. Yelling shotgun for president out of a war. Wearing a marine dress, blue uniform. September 21st was the date I was born. Feel like I'm losing my sight, losing my mind, but not losing this fight, doing my time. If it means losing my life, you are my kind. Red, blue, and white stripes on fire. Losing my sight, losing my mind, but not losing this fight, doing my time. If it means losing my life, you are my kind. Red, blue, and white stripes on fire. Mama gave birth to one worse than 9/11. Sent the brain, earth for curse, along with a sign from heaven. Make them say word for word. It's a song without inhaling on the plane. Turned the birth, head on into the Jefferson Memorial. You never seen something this horrible on every single cover of each news editorial. Pulitzer Prize story, the public view is historical. What Channel 9 reporting live at 2 to inform you of this catastrophic event that can't stop or prevent from happening again. How these in office win? I never can recall seeing any of his friends, just damn good actors appearing on CNN. Feel like I'm losing my sight, losing my mind, but not losing this fight, doing my time. If it means losing my life, you are my kind. Red, blue, and white stripes on fire. Losing my sight, losing my mind, but not losing this fight, doing my time. If it means losing my life, you are my kind. Red, blue, and white stripes on fire. Violence of rise in these final Washington times. Stock market decline due to all these corporate crimes. So Congress decides to draw the line and pass a new bill, which is more than kind for them fat asses on Capitol Hill. Meanwhile in Iran, a nuclear plant's being built, and I'm comforting fam at the funeral. My man, the streets killed. Plans are being made while prayers are being said, cause some rather be in the grave and look at their hands and see red. Uncle Sam freed the slaves and made slammers to keep them in. We'll ask him if we behave, does that mean that he repent? From what I see these days, it'd be hard to raise my kids to be content. I'd have to lead the states to a farm I plan overseas to feed them with. They have to be afraid of the thought of a bomb dropping, that being it. So instead of playing sane, swallow my own heart to be free of it. So let this tension level event commence. See if I can, I don't belong here anyway, but wait, hopefully it's a better place. Cause here's nowhere safe, don't see many of us to be spared, scared. Hell yeah they are, even though they don't show it. Better hope they don't blow it, or these voters will overthrow it. Like I'm losing my sight, losing my mind, but not losing this fight, doing my time. If it means losing my life, you are my kind. Red, blue, and white stripes on fire. Losing my sight, losing my mind, but not losing this fight, doing my time. If it means losing my life, you are my kind. Red, blue, and white stripes on fire.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision, and you might be thinking it's deja vu all over again, but no. We intended that all to happen if you were tuned in. We had a little technical glitch, but no big deal. I got my good friend Andy Katz, the notorious KATZ, the #1 hip-hop artist in my mind and many people's minds. We have a really special show lined up for today. We have lots of stuff going on, and I even got like that scientific dropping atoms little character that you draw.
Oh, nice!
I was thinking of this. Like this is a pointer he would use. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So we're gonna point around at all the different stuff we have. But the big news we're gonna start off with, and I don't know if you know about this, but this is the really big news. You guys, we won the best recording studio in the DMV.
Oh, wow.
See if I didn't get a little bit or not, maybe. It's all good. Well, on there and on here, it says that we are the winners. So I trust that it's true. And that's a big deal.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If we had an applause machine, I'd hit it right now. But yeah, so best. Oh, thanks. Thank you, studio audience. So best recording studio in the DMV, and the cool thing is it's by the Music and Movie Awards, and to my knowledge, it's the only awards that ceremony that actually gives out best recording studio. So there's no other awards where you could win best recording studio.
About that.
So I feel special about that we won the one and only place where we could win. We won. All right, so that's the news at the top of the hour. But let me just tell everybody a quick little sneak peek of the stuff we're going to talk about today on the show, because we got a whole 50 minutes coming at you of jam-packed shit. Okay, first of all, we won studio, best DMV studio, and as a result, we're going to be giving out free beats. So free beats on the beat bar is going to be something that comes to you as a result of free beats on the beat bar. You'll be able to also get free spins. Okay, so if you are able to vote at the TitanArtsAwards.com, okay, we are still in the running for Internet Station of the Year. So that would be a really nice clean sweep.
Oh, so there's more possible awards for you to win?
It is possible.
Nice.
There's not in this. I mean, we're not in New York City. We're not in L.A. You know what I mean? So there's Internet Station of the Year, and then there's Best DMV. We got the Recording Studio Awards. Now we really want to win this next one, which is Internet Station of the Year. So if you go to TitanArtsAwards.com and you vote for us, we will spin your single 100 times on the radio, assuming you're an artist, a rapper, a singer, or a musician. Okay, please vote for us. Titan Arts Awards, Listen Vision for Internet Station of the Year. Okay, thank you for doing that in advance. Okay, we also have birthdays coming up on the show. We're going to be talking about the Bridge concert series. We're going to be looking at new artwork from Andy with Cool Mo D and Cypress Hill. We're going to be checking out the video that we put together for his Prophets of Rage, because he attacked that band with artwork.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, by the way, for putting all that together, because that was...
Did you think that beat was fitting? What did you think of the beat?
I'm not going to be critical. I was amazed that you would...
If you say it sucks, I'll be okay.
No. The fact that you put that all together on my behalf was amazing.
And by me, he means our interns. So thank you, interns. We're going to be talking about, We're going to be talking about Chuck D's new book, This Day in Rap and Hip Hop History. We're going to talk about not Black Friday, Green Friday. Yes, that's right. And also Small Business Saturday here at Listen Vision, and also DMV freshman class. And we're going to be checking out some music from KRS-One that we did here, and a remix that I did years and years ago for the Beastie Boys. That's right.
All right.
So first, I want to amaze people. In honor of winning Best Recording Studio in the DMV, I want to show you why we've earned this. We've earned this because every week at the studio we get the most insane voicemail messages known to mankind. I shit you not, this is totally real. Andy's looking at me like, what the fuck are you
I
talking
don't know what
about?
to expect at all.
This is totally real. So and this happens every fucking week. There are crazy ass people out there who call us and leave us these messages. This is a real message that was left for us. And of course, we set it to a beat from the beat bar here at listenvision.com. So if you want a $100 beat, or this beat itself is available right now as you listen to it alongside this insane voicemail. Jay, hit it.
Yes. I had a record label out Cincinnati, Ohio. Firewall Productions. Firewall Productions. Our city, Ohio, Cincinnati. And I was gonna follow up with that label, that record label, the record deal. And that same day I went to y'all, came to the studio, y'all must have switched it over. Somewhere I make a deal with y'all, and y'all took away my record deal from them. Why would I join y'all when I got a record deal? So y'all blackmailed me, and y'all sent me to come to y'all to pay $2,000 for a CD. I'm not no fat trail or none of them wild niggas you think you gonna get like that. Hey, I'm my own man, I have my own music, all I need is beats. So here's what I gotta say is, I'm taking you to court, suing y'all put the promotion in my sister's name, and I play with Candace for promotion, all of a sudden she ain't there no more, and everything ain't Charles, and they was on the phone, I was talking to her, now she don't wanna talk to me, but we ready to go to court. I'm taking out of court. People been buying my music. My music bringing bills out Oscar, and y'all haven't been putting my music out in the streets in DC and Maryland, DMV area. I'm taking out of court so we can pay that. And I want my record label back, so call Firewall Productions and let me know I'm still on my fire deal. I'm still on my record deal. And y'all can give me a number back on this. Call back on this number. Thank you.
So I know, Jeremy Beaver, District Spotlight, Andy Katz, Notorious KATZ. So I was just promising Andy, I swear that's real. That's real.
I was waiting for some kind of, I thought it was going to be a famous person who started talking, but apparently.
Well, it sounds like ODB.
It could be, maybe.
Incoherent.
Something.
ODB wasn't known for his coherence. So what's cool is that's why, real talk, that's why we deserve that, because we got to endure this insanity every single week. Let me go through something real quick. Andy, happy belated. Andy Katz.
It's been a while.
Oh, whatever. October 30th is not that long ago.
But it's been since we saw each other last.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So you're Scorpio. Some of these are Scorpios, okay? Some of these are not. So this is hip-hop birthdays. Here we go, coming at you right now. November 4th, P. Diddy. Yeah. You know what he wants to be called now?
I do. Brother Love?
Brother Love, that is correct.
I actually think of Neil Diamond when I think of
Brother Love?
Because he had a song about Brother. Well, I'm sure most people don't know that, but I know that.
I feel like
my parents love Neil Diamond, so there's a song called Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show.
How much you want to bet he's going to sample it and remix it?
Well, maybe Neil needs the payday. I'm not sure.
Wouldn't be surprised.
That would be great.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd be interested to see what he does with it.
So one of the artists that started here that a lot of people don't realize got his start here is Trey Songz. Did a bunch of work with us before anyone knew who he was. He was being managed by his mother. And he's November 28th. November 28th, at the end of the month. He's probably not a Scorpio. And also on that same day, Styles P. Styles P. November 9th, going backwards here a little bit, Scarface.
All right, little Ghetto Boys.
Ghetto Boys.
A couple years ago at the Howard Theater.
Uh-huh.
It was one of they had like 2 or 3 shows, and then they split up again.
Yeah, they're always on again, off again.
It was great to see them. It was a great show.
I wish we had. Last week we unboxed an official RIAA gold record of My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me from a guy who is actually listed as being on the recording itself. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. It's kind of crazy. And on that same day, Big Pun. Quick little note on Big Pun. His son says that he was quite violent and abusive. And yeah, and I got to tell you something. I used to kind of mess with Big Pun and think he was really great. wow, they just found the one way to totally, I don't fuck with that dude at all. And when I saw the video that his son did, which kind of reenacts some of that violence, I extra don't fuck with Big Pun anymore. And that's just me as more of a father, I guess. Okay? November 18th, coming in with Fabulous. Wow, Fabulous. Prodigy's November 2nd. He's definitely a Scorpio. And we have the last signed microphone from Prodigy in the Hip Hop Museum here.
Can I do a little shout out?
Yeah.
So you always give me like a lot of credit for being the greatest hip hop artist of all time, and I just wanted to mention, unsolicited, that I think the greatest hip hop artist of all time, visual artist, is Dan Lish.
Yeah.
From the United Kingdom.
Yep.
He is
is awesome.
And the reason I thought about it was that he just released a couple of new prints, and one of them's a Prodigy. His work is crazy. Look it up. Dan Lish.
Is he in the book? Is he in the Chuck D book?
No, he's not.
Really?
No, it was one of those things where Chuck was promoting certain people.
Yeah.
Dan has done.
Raekwon's cover, if you've seen, I mean, for the younger cats,
exactly.
Raekwon's recent
He
album.
He did the Wild.
Yeah,
cover,
that was awesome.
Yeah, and it's crazy. He's so good. He also, I believe, was an artist for DJ Hero, the video game.
Really?
I want to say that he was
Wow.
like the main artist for that. So he does a lot of.
Did some good stuff for De La Soul. I saw some great De La Soul work.
It's
Really detailed, tiny little stuff. He does.
On another level.
No, absolutely another level. Yeah, shout out to you, Dan Lish. Hopefully you'll watch this show. Coming in at, let's see, November 9th. Okay, Roxanne Shante. Can you hold up that record there?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. Right.
Look at that. Roxanne Shante. And you know what's cool is that you noticed is that the B-side, Her Bad Self, is produced by
Jam Master J.
Jam Master J.
Reading the credits, and there's his name. So
Jam Master J produced so much more than anyone realizes he produced. Yeah, we can do it.
Jam Master J is
there. It is.
Was
and the
incredible
LA
in
Posse.
a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And since you brought up birthdays, one of the sort of sad coincidences is that he passed away on October 30th, my birthday in 2002. So I'm always going to. I mean, obviously, I remember loving Run DMC, but now I'm connected to that day.
Rest in peace, Jam Master J. We have some incredible sneakers in our collection. 2 incredible sneakers, Jam Master J commemorative sneakers, Adidas sneakers in the collection. You God, November 11th. I'm a huge EPMD nut. I don't know why. It's one of the first hip-hop groups I really got into.
Yeah, I was just listening to Strictly Business on my way over.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, it became, and then you started. Their albums were released. In my opinion, it seemed like a series of albums. Do you know?
All the business things.
All the business things. Out of business, in business, out of business, right? Yeah. So Eric Sermon is November 25th.
Okay.
Okay, and E40. That was my E40 impression. November 15th, E40. Oh shit, I forgot to get it. How can I forget this? November 20th.
Somebody said that E40 was turning E50 the other day. That was the line.
That's an absolute fact.
Is that true?
He was born in '67.
All right, there you go. So
E40 is now E50. Yeah, aging rappers. And Phife Dawg, November 20th. And we have we have a nice piece in the Hip Hop Museum from Phife Dawg. So let's take a little break here right now. Kyrie, can you make sure to share the Facebook Lives here for me? What we're gonna do is we're gonna go. What are we gonna go to? Oh, we got songs. We got music, right? Do we have music? What do we have music-wise? Oh yes. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. So check right. So I don't know. This is really random, but from our new compilation called Video Game Music. So we put together a new compilation that consists of a lot of new music and some old remixes, and it's for gamers. And it's basically like house and hip hop and up tempo tracks for the folks to game to play video games to.
Are they songs that are on video games? Like I remember.
No.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater had some good like Naughty by Nature.
Yes, absolutely. These are purposefully not.
Okay.
These are intended for you to just because if those games are attached to the game.
Turn it down
turn it down and turn this up. I like it. I like the way you said that. So coming to you, this is a remix I did about 100 years ago for the Beastie Boys at XM Satellite Radio. This is a remix called Right Now Now, and check it out.
There will be neither rest nor tranquility in America
DJ Boom
until the bright
Listen,
day of justice emerges.
Exclusive Beastie Boys.
Once upon a time up on this mic, MCs be really working on what they write. I with the sound delight, we rock all night, and yes, we gonna party for the right to fight. We're international like Magic K. Rock the mic from Munich out to top A. Still around the way, is where we stay. Say what we mean what we say.
Check the reach from the past, start taking their toll in. What we do now is future molding. Columbine bowling, childhood stolen. We need a bit more gun controlling.
Right now, what is going on? We gotta get it going on. B4, too far gone. We gotta work together, it's been too long. When I get on, you scream, woo, tight. Rocking this flow, I can go all night. I'm not here to fight or incite. I'm like the beach in the Bahamas, make you feel alright.
I'm getting kinda tired of the situation. The U.S. attacking other nations and narrations on every station. False relations got me losing my patience.
Well, I'm a funky you when I'm on my way. And I got to say the KKK. And oh yeah, hey, how about today? If you want to send it up, well, let me hear you say. Right now, what is going on? We gotta get it going on. B4, too far gone. We gotta work together, it's been too long.
It is now time to act.
It's been too long. It's been too long. It's been too long.
So that I ask you today to join in an old cause and a new one.
I went to get alone in the asthma race. I wrote down human inside the space. It's a disgrace to the kind of debates. It ain't the banks. Business how our lineage trace.
Now let me drop a verse that's terse and concise. I'm an iron chef when I slice and nice. With the rhyme precise, the word is nice. Please pass me the reunity on ice. Let's go to work and not berserk. When the time comes, the body goes to dirt. And try to smooth it out like revert. Keep the mind alert and not revert.
Right now, what is going on? We gotta get it going on.
B4,
too far gone.
we gotta work together, it's been too long.
Moral responsibility.
It's been too long. It's been too long. It's been too long.
It is now time for you to act.
It's been too long.
Transcends understanding.
Hey everybody, we're back with District Spotlight and my man Andy Katz. Thanks again for being with us, man.
Yeah, it's great to just come on through. This is great.
I love that you. I love when you come through because you always school me on certain things. And so when I did that remix, you know, the management just sent me the, you know, the acapella, and it was, you know, quite easy for me to remix that. And then you know, not too long after that album, Five Boroughs, you know, MCA passed away. But I thought ignorantly that was their last album. It is not. Tell us what it is.
Hot Sauce Committee Part 2, I guess was released the same year Yauk passed away. And I think it's slept on. It's really a great album. And I don't think it's got the credit that it's due, primarily because they didn't tour. So there's some great songs. People probably know Make Some Noise. That's a pretty popular song from that album. But one of my favorite tracks is called Nonstop Disco Power Pack. And there's a song called Too Many Rappers with and that features Nas, which is I wish more people knew about it.
And, the video was lost, you said.
So one of the things I was telling you during the break is that I'm not sure if it was lost or that they purposely made a video for it, and maybe it's because Yauk passed away, but they didn't release it, so it was just non-existent. And the Beastie family, the Beastie Boy family, is a pretty tight-knit group of people all across the world. And there's a guy named Ian McCloyne who lives in Ireland. And with some digging and some research, he found this video and sort of, I guess he kind of released it, or at least he brought attention to it. So I think Rolling Stone took some notice, And then, unbeknownst to anybody who had paid for the video to be made, it was released. So it's available. You can see it. It's probably on YouTube. But he actually got some credit, this guy Ian, and I met him in New York a couple years ago. It's sort of his claim to fame that he unearthed this hidden Beastie Boys video with Beastie Boys and Nas.
He didn't direct it. He just found it.
He's like,
he just located it.
He's just a guy who loves the Beastie Boys, which is good enough. And because he did, and he thought enough about figuring it out, he found it for us and realized nobody had seen it, and it's available now to be seen.
Unbelievable. So it's really kind of neat that you know, some of the hip hop that we thought, you know, might be lost or gone forever is starting to resurface. In fact, in my opinion, that's a lot of the reason why we do what we do here at the Hip Hop Museum. You know, I got my pointer today. I'm like a hip hop professor. This is from Suge Knight's collection. This was actually auctioned off by the state of California. This is an original Jeff Franklin leather jacket, a very famous leather jacket maker, custom one-of-a-kind Snoop Dogg jacket emblazoned with the crooked letter I and Suge Knight. And then over here we got the Snoop Dogg doggy style right there on the front. And so that's a one-of-a-kind that was auctioned off by the state of California. You know, we got the original House of Pain. We got the Sean Price over there. We got the Eazy-E Ruthless Records over there. We got the original from the DMC in 1996, the SL 1200 Techniques shirt over there. So just try to, you know, this is the reason why we try to keep this stuff alive. Try to allow the young kids to understand where this stuff came from. Speaking of which, you know, I'm not a big fan of West Coast hip hop, but I love it. I love it. And there's a few guys I like specifically. And two of them got together and created a group called Cali Agents, which was Planet Asia and Roscoe. And they're signed on a label called Stone's Throw. And whenever Planet Asia is in town, he likes to stop by DC's #1 recording studio. And if we have it there, Jay, can we play a little bit of what Planet Asia has to say when he stops by Listen Vision?
Listen Vision, listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio.
Hey, yo, check it out, this is Planet Asia. Planet Asia medallions represent gold chain music. I'm representing from Fresno, California, and over here at Listen Vision Studios. Peace. Hey, yo, check it out, this is Planet Asia representing with my man Rozzy Caprice, a.k.a. Lonnie Loudpack. Over here at Listen Vision Studios with Simple Fly. Hey yo, check it out, this is Planet Asia. Hey yo, check it out, this is Planet Asia medallions representing gold chain music. I'm representing from Fresno, California. You know what I mean? Over here at Listen Vision Studios.
Listen Vision, listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio.
So that was Fresno's own Planet Asia. Planet Asia always likes to stop by Listen Vision when he's in town. And, you know, Planet Asia, he's a classic era hip-hop guy, but, you know, really, you know, proper classic era, you know, is going back even a decade before that. And we were just talking about Chuck D. I want to read a little bit about, so I think we have some pictures there with Andy and Chuck D. Chuck D presents This Day in Rap and Hip-Hop History. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow. That's the first time I met Chuck, actually.
Look at clean-shaven Andy.
Yeah.
Looking like he's 16 years old.
That's probably why I don't shave that often.
So I'm going to read this, and then Andy, and I think there's even a picture of the cover of the book there, if you have it, Jay. I'm going to tell people that what the book's about. So this book that's just come out is a comprehensive chronological survey of rap and hip-hop from 1973 to present day by Chuck D, arguably the most influential rapper in the world. In the more than 40 years since the days of Kool Herc and Rapper's Delight, hip-hop and rap have become a billion-dollar worldwide phenomenon. Yet there is no definitive history of the genre until now. Based on Chuck's long-running show on rapstation.com, this massive compendium details the most iconic moments and influential songs in the genre's recorded history, from Curtis Blow's Christmas Rappin' to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill to Kendrick Lamar's groundbreaking verse on Control. Also included are key events in hip-hop history, from Grandmaster Flash's first scratch through Tupac's holographic appearance at Coachella. Throughout, Chuck offers his insights, his insider's perspectives on the chart toppers and show stoppers as he lived it. Illustrating the pages are more than 100 portraits from the talented artists specializing in hip-hop. One of them is sitting next to me. Man, Andy Katz, what is it like to be included in the most iconic and comprehensive history of hip-hop of all time?
I mean, I'm just extraordinarily glad to be along for the ride. There's 3 of my paintings in the book. I think I submitted 35 paintings.
Which ones did they pick?
They picked my Q-tip watercolor, an EPMD watercolor, and a Big Daddy Kane watercolor. And I'm thrilled. If it was one piece, I would be just as excited about it. And so I've sort of made a habit in the last month or 2 that it's been out. Actually, it's probably only been about a month. Anytime I see it in what I call in the wild, whether in a bookstore or anywhere, I take a picture and I say, I found it again. And today I was at the National Museum of African American History and Culture, and I found it in their bookshop, or their gift shop. So I took some more pictures, and I should say, because it's not on the cover, it does say forward by Shepard Fairey, but there's 2 guys that really kind of helped Chuck, or at least worked with Chuck, leading up to the fact that they made a book. One of them's name is Duke Eatman, and the other one's name is Ron Maskell. And I think they're both in Montreal. They're both in Canada. And they're both hip-hop fans and writers. And they had been working with Chuck for years, I think, doing This Day in Hip-Hop History on Twitter and online. And by the time it was time to turn it into a book, they had it. They had all of this stuff. They just needed to, tweak it here and there, and they needed to edit it and create an index and find some artists. But I'm really proud of the fact that I'm one of 12, I think it's 12 artists that are in the book. Martin Askham in the UK has probably the most pieces in there. Amy Cinnamon from Miami. Darren Holtum, also from England. It's exciting because I know some of these other artists through social media, and I'm fans of theirs. So to be, I don't know, representative of hip-hop visually, along with people that I care about and I love as artists, is pretty humbling. And one of the, like I said, I submitted 35 pieces, and they selected 3. I like to believe that the biggest hurdle is just things like copyright. A lot of us work from photographs, and instead of printing photographs, they printed art. So most of us are basing our likenesses on the historical images that we're familiar with from the history of hip hop. So I had actually written myself off. I was like, oh, most of my work is based on photos, so I'm not sure any of them will be selected. So the fact that I got 3 in there is pretty awesome.
Incredible. And the fact that you just came today from the African American Museum and saw that book in the bookstore,
yeah,
I feel like, that's pretty special. For any hip-hop fan, go out and, go get the book, Jeez Louise, everyone should have this book on their bookshelves. And kind of to honor you being in this book, I tried to pick out a song that would make sense with to honor you being in this book. And the song I chose was a track I produced called Hip Hop Is Back Again by Cardinal Official and KRS-One. So let's go to that.
Thanks.
In honor of Andy being in the most iconic and comprehensive history of hip-hop, book ever. Hip-hop is back again. KRS-One.
Train or die, or die, or die. Ram, bam, 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 bam. This is Mr. Cardinal Official. Right about now, you already know where I am. I am checking out the #1 recording studio in DC, okay? Listen Vision Studios with my man DJ Boom. What's good? What's really hood? You know what it is, yo. They told me, goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. My verse aids in the healing like aspirin. All in the delivery, none in the packaging. Similar to what made Andre rap again. I'm at the shows, I be in the back with my niggas who ain't feel them rap niggas like that. When you spit that, they see visions of backpacks, but I'm surrounded by straps and dust from the crack. I'm trying to live where you can't Google the map. Zoom in and see my gates next door to the track. You can smell the quick money, cause he's in the back. I'm a marathon clock, and I pause and I'm in black leather. You're damn right, I'm a superstar. I came out the womb driving in the S8 Audi. Cardi, the voice of enlightened man, who knows I don't gotta know you to know who I am, motherfucker. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. My niggas who ain't feel them rap niggas like that. Like, goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. My niggas who ain't feel them rap niggas like that. How you feel? How you feel like? How them feel? How you feel like? How you feel? How you feel like? How them feel? How you feel?
KRS-One, this is how we do it, son. Coming through, rocking everyone under the sun. KRS-One, this is how we do it, son. Rocking, rocking, rocking everyone under the sun. This is how we do it, kid. KRS-One. And no, I never did a bid, but if I did, I would have everyone free. They wouldn't put me in no jail, you see. Cause if I be in the jail, all my kids will hear. They'll say, yo, this is one culture. Well, I got to rock you now. KRS-One coming through, I'm stopping them now. Stopping them now. We don't need no TV, we don't need radio. Come to Listen Vision, this the way it go. Them studios been overcharging. Now we coming through like El DeBargin, letting y'all know we are rock this shit. This is KRS-One, yo, we made another hit. Listen Vision, come back here and switch your position.
Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. My niggas who ain't feel them rap niggas like that. Like, goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. My niggas who ain't feel them rap niggas like that. How you feel? How you feel like? How them feel? How you feel like? How you feel? How you feel like? How them feel? How you feel
this? You know what time it is. This is KRS known as Chris. I'm chilling in Washington. DC, you got to see me. KRS-One, they can't believe me. Outside, you know rappers get played. Oh, I parked on the sidewalk, my Escalade. Jumped in the studio, landed on the mic. We doing this shit all night. If you see KRS in the street, you best believe I rock shit to the dawn. You got to understand my skill goes on and on and on and on. KRS-One, this is how we do it, son. Coming through, rocking everyone under the sun. KRS-One, this is how we do it, son. Rocking, rocking, rocking everyone under the sun.
Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. My niggas who ain't feel them rap niggas like that. Like, goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. Goddamn, yeah, hip-hop's back again. My niggas who ain't feel them rap niggas. Train.
Hey everybody, Jeremy Beaver here, and we're back with District Spotlight and my favorite artist in the world, Andy Katz, Notorious K, TZ. Hello, sir. Greetings.
How are you?
So, before we get to start telling you about like the most iconic hip-hop show to come to DC in quite some time, and don't get me wrong, we get good shows, but this one to me is like most super iconic show, the Bridge concert series at the Kennedy Center. We're going to tell you about that in 1 second. Before that, I want to quickly tell you about this video that we put together for Andy, because it's really not about the video, it's about what's in the video and about the most legendary group, hip-hop group ever assembled, Prophets of Rage. Andy, explain this project to them.
So,
where to start,
I mean,
right?
I could have the whole hour for that.
I know.
basically it's a super group. I think that people initially kind of bristled at that title, super group, but I think they've sort of warmed
up
to
to
it.
it.
Yeah. So it's Be Real from Cypress Hill, it's Chuck D and DJ Lord from Public Enemy, and it's Brad Wilk, Timmy C, and Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine. And if you're a fan of any of those bands, and I am a fan of all three of those bands or groups, to hear them and see them, I felt like they did it for me. Like I was like, wow, like take these three.
Wait, I can't believe you took my favorite groups and put them together.
And made a new thing, and they made a new thing, and last year I was fortunate enough to see them in New Jersey at a pavilion type of venue, and this year they decided they did an East Coast swing where they played little clubs, at least little for them. So they played like the Stone Pony in Asbury Park. They played the 930 Club in DC.
Yeah.
And so to hear that kind of sound and that kind of place was just incredible to hear, Bulls on Parade and Killing in the Name.
Was it packed, just balls to the wall?
Oh, yeah, you couldn't move, but everybody was moving anyway. Like everyone was jumping, and it's what a rock concert, rap, hip-hop show should be.
Yeah.
And it was all of that. So they did highlights from all of the groups, and they also did new stuff, because the night before or the night after I saw them in September.
It was the night after.
It was the night after.
You're talking about the video?
Well, I was...
The music video?
No, I was talking about the album actually came out,
I
believe, the day after the show.
Yeah.
I think that's right. So their self-titled album, which consisted of all new music. And so we heard new music along with, like, again, highlights from Cypress and PE and Rage. So it's my head's still spinning because it was so good. And the book we were talking about earlier, Amy Cinnamon, she came up from Miami to see the show in DC. My buddy Malcolm was there. So it was a nice crew of people too to see the show, and just incredible. It brings you back to the 90s in a lot of ways, and then for them to be doing new, really necessary music. I think Tom Morello's on record for saying it's dangerous music for dangerous times.
Yo,
they're pretty pissed off about the political
Speaking of Tom Morello, did you bring your clay guitar with you?
Oh, not tonight, but I
to the show. So I'm an art teacher, and for my 7th grade students, we make. I have a unit where we do clay guitars, and last year I had done a replica of Tom Morello's Arm the Homeless guitar, and yes, I brought it along with me. You're crazy,
and
we have pictures.
It was pretty cool because I almost didn't remember to show him, but I met his guitar tech first. His name's Slim Richardson, and I showed him, and he thought it was cool, and that kind of emboldened me to say, "Oh, I'm going to show Tom." And so when I got in front of Tom, I showed him some other artwork, and I was about to turn away and walk away, and I remembered I had it sort of in the bottom of my portfolio, and I thought if it breaks, I'll just glue it all back together. And it hadn't broken, and I pulled it out, and he was really gracious about it. He posed for a couple pictures with it, and really hammed it up, which was,
I can't
surreal.
believe you had the guts to even bring something that delicate with you.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I did, because it's really, like, for me, it's sort of priceless, and I can use it to show my students, but I can also, give it to my son and have it for the rest of my life.
And that sounds like, if that's not great enough, and we're going to show this video in a second, but I guess the real culmination is when your artwork showed up in the music video.
Well, so that wasn't...
how did that happen?
It wasn't an accident. If you ever... can I give a little plug for my blog?
Yes, please.
If you ever want to read something about hip-hop or about my adventures in hip-hop, I have a blog. It's called This Might Not Work. It's catsart.blog, and you can find it pretty easily. But when I put it together, they're all called missions. And so my mission that night when I went to see Prophets of Rage, the mission was given to me by Chuck D. He had asked me over the summer. He's like, "Look, we're making a video for the song Hail to the Chief, and we need illustrations. And one of the things we need is an individual artwork of each member of the band. And I had a really busy summer, and I had to table some things, but that was one thing. I'm like, I'm going to do that part. I'm going to do 6 images of 6 different members of Prophets of Rage. And so I committed to it. The date was circled on my calendar, and you know, my job started, school started back up, and time was really tight, but I made it happen. And so when I went to the show that night, it was to bring those pieces and get them in front of each of the members of the band, and not only get them signed, but to let them know these are the pieces that may be in the Hail to the Chief video. And on the side, I had been talking with the creator of the video. His guy's named C-Doc Snyder, really good guy, and he works with Chuck on some of the Public Enemy videos. And Chuck had sort of challenged me to get these pieces done. And when I did, you know, he even said, "Well, we're not sure we're going to use them, so you know, we hope to use them." And I'm like, "That's good enough for me." And then a couple of days later, the video appeared, and the pieces are in there. So,
well, we're not going to play. Unfortunately, we're not going to play the music video. You guys can go to YouTube and watch the music video. But we are going to play The Mission.
Okay, and those pieces that are from The Mission are the ones that appear. I think it's
in the video.
It's like at the 3 minute and 53-second mark or something along those
lines. Right. So so these pieces, if you go watch the music video and you pay attention and don't blink, you will see these pieces in the video. Yeah. But check this out. This is Andy Katz's Mission from the Prophets of Rage. Wow, that was incredible. Incredible. Yeah, what an evening that must have been.
It all happened. Yeah, it all fell into place. It
was all a dream.
Yeah, it feels that way. I mean, it's hard to believe that I got up backstage and I had a couple of minutes with each guy, and it all panned out.
I'm telling you, once in a total bucket list, lifetime achievement shit. You know, if it was anyone but Andy Katz, that one thing would be the coolest thing they've ever done. But because I know Andy Katz, basically does that every fucking week. So, speaking of every fucking week, and the next coolest thing that we're doing, and I say we're.
Next thing on the list.
Like I've ever done any of these missions. I'm hoping.
This is a mission. It's a mission.
It is a mission. I have not gotten the wife's approval yet, but I'm hoping.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know it was up in the air still.
I know. God. So, the Bridge concert series, and now I'm regretting not giving you an image for this, but it's okay. It's so cool. I'll just describe it because if you want to hold up the Roxanne Shante, the Kennedy Center this Monday at 8 p.m. will be featuring Roxanne Shante, Curtis Blow, MC Shaw Rock, Queen Lisa Lee, Cool Mo D, that's what he has in his hand right there, Houdini, Grandmaster Kaz, Cool DJ Red Alert, and probably some more names. And for what looks like as low as $19, okay, you can come and be a part or witness, some of the greatest legends.
So can I add something to that a little
sure.
bit? So about I don't know, a month ago, maybe less, Q-Tip, who is now the creative director at the Kennedy Center, which is that's such a big deal,
right?
And it's really so he kind of kicked off this whole idea of hip hop being at the Kennedy Center. He and Jason Moran, a famous pianist, did this incredible collaborative stage performance where they just kind of riffed for about 90 minutes. Jason would play piano and Q-Tip had a drum machine, and it was incredible to watch them.
Was it any of his known songs, Q-Tip's known songs?
No. In fact, he spent a lot of time with Soul Sonic Force by Africa Bambaataa, which was really cool. Like, he kind of mixed it up and got the crowd going. It was more of a history of hip-hop, but it was very improvisational. It wasn't, I'm sure they practiced, but largely it was them going off of each other's energy. It was really,
well,
I loved it.
It's such a big deal that for DC and for the Kennedy Center, not only that hip-hop has been included, but that of all people that they chose Q-Tip.
Yeah, and so it was this beautiful theater. Apparently they had just rehabbed the whole place. I forget the name of it. It's on the second floor, and it's brand new. And the director of the Kennedy Center came out and introduced Q-Tip and said, this is like a new age for the Kennedy Center. It's this idea that hip-hop is not only included, it's going to be celebrated. And so I feel like, I'm not sure of this, but I think this Bridge series is sort of the next piece of what I saw 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I love the fact that we're going to be able to go to the Kennedy Center, this sort of very sort of stiff and buttoned down, proper place, and see some of the most important hip-hop icons that you could possibly see.
Yeah. And he's curating it properly. I like the way he's doing it so far. So this Monday at 8, I suspect it's not too late to come and be a part of it. And we're going to...
Oh, there's an image right there.
Oh, Jay, you're the best. Thank you. You're the best. So there you go. Come be a part of it. Hopefully myself, I'll be a part of it. And this Curtis Blow and the Roxanne Shante will get signed. We only just got a few minutes left. So let me quickly tell you about a couple big things coming up. Okay, Black Friday is what, the big shopping day. But you know what we call it here at Listen Vision?
I think I heard you say Green Friday.
Green Friday. Speaking of Green Friday, B-Dub, if we could just hold off for just 2 more seconds. I can barely... Yeah, just for 2 more seconds. Green Friday, don't get me wrong. It makes sense with what I'm talking about.
I was assuming that this is what you meant.
Ironically, yeah. So Green Friday, here's why we're talking about it. Vendors, if you would like to come out and vend, okay, we are 420 friendly, I-71 compliant. If you would like to vend, call 202-332-8494. Once again, if you would like to vend from 12 till 8, anything you would like to vend, clothing, T-shirts, cannabis, stuff or whatever. 12 to 8, Friday and Saturday, you're welcome to come out and vend. Saturday is Small Business Saturday, and Friday is Black Friday, renamed Green Friday here at Listen Vision. And for Green Friday, if we have those crazy deals that you see there, those numbers, Jay, we can put them on the screen. So for Black Friday, when you buy 2 hours, we'll give you another hour for free. When you buy 4 hours, we'll give you 2 hours for free. When you buy 6 hours, we'll give you 3 hours for free. So call now if you want to get in on these Black Friday deals. Jay, thank you for Zooming. 202-332-8494. When you get 1 hour radio show, we will give you 1 hour for free. 2 hour radio show, you get 2 hours for free. Mastering, one master. You buy one, you get one for free. Call now, 202-332-8494. These are our crazy, insane Black Friday deals. Even song spins. You buy 100 song spins, we'll give you another 100 for free. Okay, there's very, very limited space because most of our clients think this is the greatest thing ever, and they call, the phone starts ringing off the hook. Anyways.
They leave you those crazy messages.
they leave us those crazy messages. Don't leave those crazy messages, people. Go get psychiatric help, everyone.
Well, you need them for the content of the show, though. So.
Right. I guess they have to do them a little bit. Okay, let me do one last little bit of housekeeping. Here is DMV freshman class. You guys, it's been overwhelming how many people have been interested in the first ever DMV freshman class. So if you want to be a part of that, there's 3 different levels to be a part of it: a collab track, a solo track all by yourself on the compilation, or a solo track with a music video. If you're interested, call 202-332-8494. Here's why you want to be a part of DMV freshman class, you guys. We won the best recording studio in the DMV, and we are incredibly appreciative to our clients that made that happen. So the last thing I'm going to say is, one, thank you to Andy, and congratulations for being in that Chuck D book.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hopefully we can talk about that again.
Yeah, so next time I have you on.
Bring a copy.
Yeah, next time he'll bring a copy. We'll check out the book. We'll also check out quickly Cool Mo D, Color Picture. Check this out, Cool Mo D, Color Picture. Oh my God, Andy has taken it to another level. This is now wood.
Yeah, it's little too. It's 5x7.
Oh.
Tiny piece.
Oh.
With
That's,
color pencil.
God damn, look at you guys. This guy's amazing. Look at the reflection in Cool Mo D's glasses. Andy, you are unreal. God damn it, man.
Now we can see all the flaws.
Oh, whatever. It's so incredible.
Yeah, and there's another one on wood. That's the Be Real that I did.
That's the Be Real. So hopefully the next time you see us with Andy, he'll bring these in. They will be signed. The 2 Cypress Hills did get signed, right?
They did. Yeah, that was a whole other story. So when
they
we
did
have
get
more
signed.
time, I'll
when we have more
tell
time,
those
right?
Stories. Yeah.
Okay. Next time you see him, the Chuck D book. Andy, thank you for being on. Coming up next is Performance Fridays, so stay tuned, 6 to 8 here at Listen Vision Studios. Come on out, 2622 Georgia Avenue. It's free and open to the public, so that is the greatest open mic in the entire tri-state area. Come be a part of that. Anyways, I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions about the company, go to listenvision.com. And now I'd like to end with this awesome beat from the Beat Bar with this insane fan that we found. Where's this thing? Right here. Okay, Jay? So we got this insane fan and a beat from the Beat Bar telling you to sign up for DMV freshman class. Anyways, District Spotlight, we'll catch you next Friday at 5 p.m. Until then, peace.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision, Listen Vision, Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Oh! Listen Vision, Listen Vision, Listen Vision, Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Oh! Listen Vision, Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Check it out now. They do represent me. One time for the mid-on. I'm inside cool in the track. Doing the thing. One time for the mid-on. Yeah. Your pussy on my format, bitch. It's mad masculine. Half of it. Coming to the place where my crime is. I'm blasting it. Thoughts travel past you when I cock back. Release the speech and going faster than a bullet in flight. I ignite the fight with the purpose of the black against black or black against white.
What if whatever color you are, we off you quick fast, punk, if you ain't acting right. So pay homage while I make the fromage in French fromage. Hungry while I know food in my stomach. I've done it, son, did it, son, spit it, son, I'm with it, son, admit it, son. Let me find out, you kinda timid, son, I didn't run. Like I told you in Dwick, I'm holding my shit. My other hand holding my dick, protecting the foot with all sorts of types of lead pipes and banana clips. I stand equipped. One time for your mid-eye, and then start fooling the track, doing this thing. One time for your mid-eye, One time for your mid-eye, and then start fooling the track, doing this thing. One time for your mid-eye, Coming through, you're holding it down, controlling the town. Wondered if it was nice, yeah, you know it now. I do my thing, punk, way past chains and rings, punk. Time to get real dope, time for you to sing, punk. Call a fat lady, game over, reigns over. Your Willie status and success and fame's over. Typhoon came over to bless the tables for the dog. Guess what? My dog just pissed on your lawn, flipped on your pawn, just cause you was kicking it wrong. And don't ask me for advice, I ain't digging your song. Well, it's born. One time for your mid-eye, and then start fooling the track, doing this thing. One time for your mid-eye, One time for your mid-eye, and then start fooling the track, doing this thing. One time for your mid-eye,
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
It's about that time, almost famous. Damn, I think I'm famous.
The reason I'm out here doing this for independent artists, I said there was a void within the industry for independent artists. They had no voice. I am the voice. I am Eddie King.
Damn, I think I'm famous.
And the whole Listen Vision, Power Saturdays, Eddie Kane Show, Raised by the Game, and I am DMV's #1 hip-hop host, Bishop Twan, man. We appreciate everybody for listening. Thank you. Shout out to everybody who's been listening to us and been rocking with us. Real Talk with Bishop Twan. I am DMV's #1 hip-hop host, and we up out of here, babe. Cook it up. That is a banger right there, man, go. Real Talk with Bishop Twan, that was fire. You want to call the fire department, man. But right now, you know, West Side, they did their thing. New York did their thing. Atlanta having the ball right now, but it's time to put DMV on. We up next, man. We got live artists, man. Wale, Raheem Devon, Phil Dave, Uptown Chanel, Bishop Twan, man. I'm about to get it in. It's about to go down like 4 flat tires on the hoopsie. Lights, camera, action. Time for some action. Break me down to fractions. I multiply. Talking to the FBI. Bishop Twan up in this bitch and I ain't gon' die.
What's their name, bruh? Trying to imitate what we demonstrate. Trying to imitate what we demonstrate.
Hustle, y'all. Let's go. Like that. You know what? They do the death dance, I do the life walk. They conversate about nothing, I do the slight talk. Dirt about my lonely, co-defendant just might talk. Wind up on the sidewalk, Trey Styles, white chalk.
I left y'all boys waiting and slightly my fault. Perfecting my craft, trapped up in a time vault. All types of ups and downs, keep the right calls. The right sauce make me feel spiritual light falls. You hear me clearly? My mic's off, dinner's already served. Pick the right fork. I need my mansion by the water plus.
Straight out the trap. Real trap phone, nigga. Hey Mo, you short, Mo. Hey, 5,000, Mo, that's 45, Mo. What? Short. Yeah, you short. You short as shit, man. Time on niggas, guys, wasting work and shit. Fuck with you, bro. Fuck you doing, huh? Hey, fuck you, bro. I keep doing this shit. That's for real. That's special ass. Playing with you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's done. Trap nigga, gotta get paid. Trap nigga, gotta get paid. Cocaine on my display. Cocaine on my display. Kick back with a fit man. Ain't shit man. Trap nigga, gotta get paid. Cocaine on my display. Come kick back. I like to whip it while I add the bacon sword. Kitchen got a old. I break my wrist and hurt my shoulder. Yeah, I like to whip it while I add the baking soda. Kitchen got a old. Break my wrist and hurt my shoulder. You know I gotta whip it while I'm young, I'm getting older. Gotta feed my daughter. Ain't got nothing for ya. I don't even know ya, and I ain't got shit to show ya. Oh, I work my wrist and put that shit on every corner. Shipment from California. A nigga can't employ ya. Think I'm a licky, I'ma put you on a folder. Ain't thinking about none of your soldiers. This pistol ain't got no host. My niggas ain't worried about no one. Everybody strapped up, won't show none. If I put this Glock out, I'ma smoke some. Walk up in the house like folks some. Got it all gone, nigga, know some. Hit me on the phone, said folks coming. Got it all lost, so it's no flush. I can't fall off to the most judging. Think they call off for the dope coming. Bang to my door cause the dope jumping. Fuck all that janky shit, I'm janky with you. I'm known to bang that pistol, put you niggas on the picture. Fuck you niggas gone against the grain, folk. You know what my name, ho. Stacking like some Pringles, trapping with my blank on. Put it down nigga like Bango. Survive with the fist how the game go. Whipping this shit like Django. Niggas just through my lingo. I ain't watching chase the rainbow. When I be the head of the Draco. Run up over here, you can chase those. Get through the mill, they gon' take those. I can sit in jail till the case closed. Hey. Run up in the head of the Draco. Run up over here, you gon' take those. I can sit in jail till the case closed. Hey. I would never tell cause you came for. I would never tell cause you came for. Run up in the head of the Draco. Master taste when I'm making. Microwave, I can slave it. Glass plate with the razor. Triple beam for the weight. Middle finger to their faces, had a gin and didn't think I can make it. Everything put your start taking all that. Not a kid in the spaceship. I moved the keys out the basement. They waiting on me to go make hits. I used to sleep in the Vegas. I'm from the streets, you gon' eat it, do trace it. My baby gon' need a new bracelet. My mama gon' need a vacation. My papa gon' hold down the trap if I go out of town. Know he orchestrate shit. Just paving the way tryna make it. You wasting your day tryna fake it. Been chasing this case as a baby. Born in the 90s, got caught like the 80s. I'm moving in silence, avoid my neighbors. One moment of violence, they throw us in cages. Oh yeah, this straight, bro. So this shit straight? Yeah. Hey, y'all drive safe, man. Hey, you too, bro. Call us though. We gonna be at the trap. Call us. No bullshit.
Cold. shoes. I'm in the trap kitchen, smoked out in this vocal booth. They ain't wanna see me winning, them haters turned off they tube. Bigger than television, bitch, the underground rules. And now they see I did it on any level. Rolex bezel, Ferraris and better. Yeah. Exotics and low riders from my house, I dreamed about it. Now I walk out my front door and then I can see I got it. I used to dream about it, I can't believe I got it. I guess all I'm saying, anybody could be somebody. Exotics and low riders from my house, I dreamed about it. Oh Lord, now I walk out my front door and I see I got it. I used to dream about it, I can't believe I got it. I used to dream about it, I can't believe it. Dream about it. Now all I do, walk out my front door and I see I got it. I used to dream about it, I can't believe I got it. I guess all I'm saying, anybody could. I guess all I'm saying, anybody could. I guess all I'm saying, anybody could. See I got it. I used to dream about it, I can't believe I got it. I guess all I'm saying, anybody could. I guess all I'm saying, anybody could. I guess all I'm saying, anybody could. Anybody could be somebody. Exactly. Don't judge me.
On the licks right now, don't judge me. Right now off a bean, don't judge me. I might pop a seal in the morning. Lately I've been going through a lot of things. On the licks right now, don't judge me. Got a whole pound, don't judge me, yeah. I don't want it if it ain't a two-piece, yeah. Lately I've been going through a lot of things. Lately I've been going through a lot of things, yeah. Came up on the mud to the finer thing, yeah. I can't trust no one, I can't trust nobody now. Only thing they want is money now. Rolling for the BBA, 50 on my neck. Made a meal out of nothing, made it all up in that. Gucci like yes, sailing around like yes. Diamonds on BBA, day one's right here. On the licks right now, don't judge me. Right now off a beam, don't judge me. I might pop a seal in the morning. Lately I've been going through a lot of things. On the licks right now, don't judge me. Got a whole pound, don't judge me, yeah. I don't want it if it ain't a two-piece, yeah. Lately I've been going through a lot of things. I've been on the licks, don't judge me. Let me have a threesome if you love me. Don't you look at me like you can't trust me. Lately I've been going through some things. I've been doing drugs, don't judge me. Right now on the mud, don't judge me, yeah. Let me have my fun with the screw piece, yeah. That Johnny Melly got me Chinese. On the licks right now, don't judge me. Right now off a beam, don't judge me. I might pop a seal in the morning. Lately I've been going through a lot of things. On the licks right now, don't judge me. Got a whole
on your face. What about him? You didn't love him anyway. Look how much you made. Those for your Manala shows. You got tricks up your slave. Take it to the hands, the fuck on your face. Let me more than the drugs that I take.
The collection from the underworld got you virally. You still falling for the same game you fell for in poverty. You ought to be where you say you are, but roses don't grow overnight.
Yeah. Turn it up some. Yeah. I'm getting hella mail from jail. Niggas telling me to kill it. When they get out, I bring them around some bitches. Should know be how I kick it. American Ninja, major motion picture, flipping my remote. Same way I do them hoes. But she already know before she touch my Chevy dough. Real nigga, let me make it as clear as my windows. No square shall enter in the circle of winners. Know I'm prepared for whatever. If you know what I've been through. Rear view, clear vision, memories of paid dues. Confined to a runway. Thunderstorms came through. But look what it came to. Something that amazes you. Soon as you quit hating and hear what I gotta say to you. Baby blue souls, these white 1196. No retro car came with this. Same year, my Impala with the flow shift. Photo, suicide, muscle car, chauffeur. Shorty by the chalk, I light at Russell Stouffer. Brung weed with her whenever I invite her over. Polo sweater, teddy bear, hanging off her shoulder. No care over here, so we put it in the air. Walking around my house, say she wanna fuck everywhere. That's cool, baby. But I just got that pool table. We ain't gotta stay away from it. It's all good. If you wanna get under it, then I guess I could fuck with it. Before I got on this beat, it made out a bucket list. In these bars, I granted this death wish. Legendary layup, Jordan with the right left switch. Hang time, hang glide. Stir fry, chank it, I Shanghai. Candy rain, drizzle frame. I ride 87 Corvette. CR1, took the T-tops off and put them in the trunk, bitch. All gassed up, she been drinking from the pump. That's all bad. Trying to pass, fuck around and crash. Bitches all flip fools, trying to make it last. Emotional luggage, nothing of it, I don't check bags. I just carry on, leave that bullshit in the past. Half rose, Sean Dunn, OJ in my glass. Mimosa, Testarossa program, Coontage curriculum. Doors open like a pendulum, swinging. Rocking my jet set emblems. Foolish to serve like Wimbledon. Interior cinnamon, the car that I'm sitting in. Calm my bad nerves, I call her my Ritalin. Just kidding, not peeling, just element twisting. From the earth come the fire in the wind, I'm living, not peeling, just element twisting. From the earth come the fire in the wind, I'm living. From the earth come the fire in the wind, I'm living. Yeah.
Some things that you may have some questions about, some thoughts about, maybe some opinions about.
Let's jump right in, ladies. We got an awesome show coming up for you guys.
And ladies, this is about you being honest. So I started coaching women on how to start and grow a business.
When you're working a full-time job and holding down a show and a family and a son, you know how it is, ladies.
You're on power schedule. There is no shame in saying that this is what I'm experiencing.
It has been so much fun to be able to get back to being me again and really celebrating myself as well as my family and my home. I help people with all aspects of online dating.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about. Sisters helping sisters.
I have done some non-etiquette things.
Yes.
There's so many expectations that people put on us. You go to work, come home, take care of the kids, cook, clean, go to school, pursue your passion.
Not to focus on things that you can't do, but focus on things that you really, really can do. And
like all of you, she is phenomenal.
This is the future of radio.
It's always a pleasure to be here and with you all out there. So say bye to the WLVS listeners. Thank you for tuning in.
What's up? It's Tyler Kweli, and you tuned into the Eddie Kane Show on WLVS.
your man Eddie Kane, WLVS Radio Zone. 12-time award winner Eddie Kane. You see where I'm sitting here with the king, Tabi Kweli. How you doing today, brother?
Good, what's up, Eddie? How you feeling?
Man, I can't complain.
Biggie is the symbolism of raw, unadulterated hip-hop. He's somebody who was just trying to make his way in his life. His talent was unfiltered, and it was raw and natural, and I don't think Biggie even understood how talented he was. I smoked a blunt with Biggie and Pac, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was around. Yeah, those men ascended to the level of giants by the age of 25.
No question.
So imagine what they would be now.
What can we do as men to stand up for women's rights?
The first thing we got to do is actually listen to their voices, listen to their stories, and amplify their voices and stories, and not speak for them. The idea that you can say something as simple as Black Lives Matter,
right,
and this pushback to that shows how successful they've been at convincing people that Black lives don't matter. No one has said only Black Lives Matter. Those are qualifiers that have been added on by people who are threatened by the very concept of Black life having value. Because if you cared about all lives, you wouldn't be mad if Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Get your own damn slogan. They can't stand up for something that don't directly represent them. White supremacists use Chicago in particular, conservative right wing, you try to demonize the people of Chicago to push a pro-gun agenda, to push pro-police agenda, to push pro-prison agenda. Chicago, y'all know better, and y'all don't fall for it, which is why I stand with Chicago. Not that I'm a fan of patriotism, but the most patriotic thing you can do is protest.
No question.
Is hold your government accountable. And when people see the imagery, the ugliness, that's when people move. I do revolutionary music or resistance music, whether Trump exists or not. Great songwriting is great songwriting. Right. You don't need to have a great lyrics, or any lyrics at all, to have a great songwriting.
Yeah, exactly.
I try to pay attention to the trends, but not follow them. And I respect new forms of music, new ideas, new ways to express it. But who am I to clown or judge what I don't know?
You can't judge new hip-hop, because if we all rap with how hip-hop started, we'd be rapping like the Sugar Hill Gang or Eva.
Right. It's got to evolve. It's got to grow. And you know what? You don't have to like it. That's the part that people don't get. It's got to evolve, but it don't got to evolve for you. Come to the National Cannabis Festival. I'll be performing on April 22nd. To all you Trump supporters who are conservative, millennial Republicans, I know you smoke weed. I know you smoke weed. You know you f***ed up, right? They're coming for your weed, bro. The government is coming for your weed. Now, I know you don't care about Native Americans. I know you don't care about people who have vaginas. I know you don't care about Mexicans. I know you don't care about black people. You know, when the CIA is infiltrating the black community, you cheering for them. When they infiltrated Donald Trump, you mad at the CIA. I see what's going on. I know you care about your pop plants over human life. This is where we can find common ground. Yeah.
Only on the Eddie Kane Show, WLVS Radio, ListenVisionLive.com, the new radio that you can watch.
We sell crack to our own out the back of our homes. We smell the musk of the dusk and the crack of the dawn. We go through episodes too, like Attack of the Clones. What till we break the bag and you hear the crack of the bone to get by.
Check to us, my whole squad got a blunt. Don't ask me for nothing, I tell her, hey, fool to figure it out. Nowadays I see what my grandpa was talking about. Switch it back to me, I'm at the table, finna play it out. I won't get no fucking test.
Let's get ready to be broken! Tonight, we talk about the broken brilliance.
Alright.
Of the Hardy Boys.
Broken
The greatest.
the
Matt
greatest?
and Jeff Hardy.
True shit.
Two of the all-time great tag team wrestlers of all
Man. Hey, when
time.
they came back
Space and time.
When they came back this past WrestleMania, that was mind freak right there.
I'm telling you, dude. When they put the pop that came after the New Day came out.
After New Day came out,
and
yeah.
then they hit. That was like one of the hugest WrestleMania pops that probably will ever happen.
One of the best.
Had to finish my dad a little bit. Sorry about that.
Hey, so you know how on your ESPN,
My big homie Wale.
Yeah, what it do? What it do?
What up, Wale?
Live from Listen Vision Studios, this is WLVS.
Run it back, though.
We
Run
doing
it
it
back,
again.
though, man.
Every week.
But just know, you know what I'm saying, P. Stu was one of the dudes that just got me started, man. And I really remember coming up to the radio station with a CD with 2 songs on that jam, written on a marker, and
rhyme of the century.
The rest, as they say, is history, man.
It's definitely motivation for the DMV. Just look at Wale and know, like he just said, it can happen.
For sure, man. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love your. You gotta believe in yourself, man. And stop hanging out in front of these gas stations trying to charge people for a CD or somebody they ain't never heard, man. You gotta get that. You gotta chalk that up, man. You gotta get that joint mixed right, man. All that sloppy stuff, man. Like get it mixed properly, man. Get it pay a good engineer to do it. Missing Vision, some good dudes in the city.
Hold off on the J's this month.
Yeah,
and spend that in mixing and mastering.
Dudes that listen Vision,
and spend that in mixing and mastering.
Dudes that listen Vision is, you got presentable, man. Like don't just go in that joint because then that's gonna be their first impression, and then you're never gonna be able to win them over again.
Listen Vision, listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Yo, I'm coming through with the Glock bucking, your whole block ducking. Every bitch that I'm fucking with now is cock sucking. It's like I'm allergic to not fucking. Y'all niggas is faggots like Rock Hudson. Boy George, I destroy frauds with one verse. Nigga, we can level, we can let the guns burst. Ella's the type to kill your sons first to get my point across. And since y'all wanna chit chat with the coppers, y'all might as well join the force. And where I'm from, niggas snitches get killed. Niggas be hustling daily, trying to fuck more bitches than real. Taking pictures in silk, dated up, passports dated up, hair braided up. I fucked your bitch, but I ain't raped the slut, she gave it up. I'm running with A, he running with me, we running together. We get drunk and blunted together, but don't sleep. We keep a gun in the lever, ready to ill, ready to kill, ready to pill. Stepping us, you better be real, cause none of my niggas be letting me chill. My crew be delivering hot lead with gadgets clenched. Rappers I Jack and Lynch, nobody can fuck with the way I be killing them shit in rap events. It's like, soon as I pick up a mic and start flowing, the people yell. I'm rugged as hell, brothers can tell. None of y'all niggas is fucking with L. What?
Yeah, yo, check it out.
L.
Right. My nigga, Big L in the house.
Yeah.
Listen Vision, listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Listen Vision, listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
I'm back well rested, time invested, #1 requested, #1 suggested, serve, open your books as midterm. Class of 2012 is our turn. I'm from the golden era, an 80s baby, way before T.I., way before Shady, way before Luda, way before Baby. I rock now for those who can't lately. I'm from the NEW, York, CITY. Now y'all see why we
Listen Vision, listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Like, oh, we need you back so we can kill your ass again. You know, it's like this thing, this love-hate thing that the world has with success, period. It deals for the most part with success. It deals with people who you started your life off with and what success does to them. People look at you strange saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same. Like you're doing all this for a reason. And what happens most of the time, people change. People change around you because they start treating you differently because of your success. So you are changing. You don't change who you are, the core of who you are, the things you believe, the things you love, and the things you die for, and your principles. You don't change that, but you're gonna change who you are. You're gonna change. You know, you can't do the same things that you can't hang on the corner. Some people may not be comfortable with that.
Listen Vision, listen Vision.
Lyrics make me a menace. When it's in a sentence, then it's finished. More pure than raw, much more above the law. I don't go on tour, I go to war. Stomp and comp and flaunt a similar style. Rhymes attack, now they want rap exile. Cause every word I said'll be deadly. A MC murderer, signs steadily giving me new ways and methods, melodies and melodies, weapons for record, tactics lethal, perhaps it's illegal. Scorching them, torching them, cause that's how we do. Set your entire empire on fire, so give me your mic without a wire. cause every dose is highly explosive. Mr. Dynamite, the man with most of the blueprints and master plans and potential. Data process stored in the mental. Then I get physical and hit you with another hit. The brother's it, and nothing's equivalent.
The distinction between an MC and a rapper, you know, to me it's kind of simple. I think an MC is a little more witty with his word craft, you know what I mean? It's like a little more intricate with the vocab.
But the weatherman acted up. Forcing a delay until this morning.
Flowing upstream with no paddles, but built for the tough battles. I'm Rocky boxing them cattles. My mindset is free from shackles. The product of God's castle. Beyond average, I travel. I'm diving in people's heads with my thoughts. A few can handle. Most of hip-hop was dead till I blew out everyone's candle. I'm a cold-blooded mammal. Hank Aaron vs. Mickey Mantle. I'm trumping. Action that I do common. What you call impossible sparks my curiosity, cause anything is possible being with God's property. Attached to this world, my strong hunger for broccoli is only healthy if I'm controlling my portions properly. As a man, my word synonym is honesty, or really your word is your most valuable asset. Honestly, modeling my role models used to be my guiding policy. Instead of them being the best of me is who I'm trying to be. Learning from mistakes constantly cause the system to fail. To part this brother in jail and game monopoly. I stay educated and wise, so I can filter out the real truth from the lies. And like Maz, I done seen they eyes before. Reason is no surprise, I done seen they lies before. Talk to 'em. I'm pure power, a concrete flower with a bank of belief. I'm an anti-doubter with God's gift. I can empower the elders and the youth to feel the being the truth. And while the truth can hurt, I feel like I was placed on this planet on purpose. I didn't plan it, by God's will I was planted. A son, my mom was granted my life I take for granted. When gratitude isn't granted to the most high, responsible. When my kindness is taken for granted, I give respect, so it's only right that I demand it. I don't need to be accepted by nobody but God. I don't need to be an Uncle Tom or walking facade. See, I'm walking with pride, 6 man of what I decide. Produce the results only a pro can provide. See, my brain is the groom and my heart is the bride. Until death do 'em part, see, they'll never divide. See, my spirit's the guide, navigating the ride of the fall and rise of a king. Till death I'm tied to the tide. If Babe Ruth told the truth that legends will never die, I'm Benny versus the Beast, a legend after I try. I'm pure power, a concrete flower with a bank of belief. I'm an anti-doubter with God's gift. I can empower the elders and the youth to feel the being the truth. And while the truth can hurt, the truth can heal by showing you the true side of you that's real, and that's real. Man, tell them how you feel. Tell them how you feel. Tell them how you feel. Only calling, ain't no stalling, hit my jet. Shawty bad and I told her hit my jet. You need a feature, best believe it, I'm a text. Hit my jet, round my way, it's hit my phone and hit my jet.
I've been gone for a minute, but it seems like a lifetime. Reaching out for memories like the fragments was a lifeline. It's hard to see a future when the youth the target practice, and the school system treat them like they criminals, not right minds. I write rhymes.
Listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Round skin I be standing 5'10", I be rocking it when I be in your vicinity. Raw style synergy, recognize symmetry. Call try to injure me, broke them down chemically. Ain't the number 10 MC, talking about hopping I be. Styled it like Kennedy, late like a 10 to 3. When I say when I be, girl safe and I keep cause it's the 10 to be. Way out like Tennessee, take me to a place called the BK without pause the delay. Get run like pin relay, don't deal with he say she say. Ain't working for no cheap pay. The most
welcome. It's Wednesday at 5 o'clock, which means it is time for Let's Talk Personal. I have missed you all so much. I hope you didn't mind my little 2-week hiatus while I went home and visited the family. Unfortunately, the studio would not come with me, so you had to watch some reruns for 2 weeks, so I appreciate you accommodating me while on vacation. Well, as you know, I am your host, Frances Reimers. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to join the conversation for Let's Talk Personal, you can do so on Instagram at Let's Talk Personal or on Twitter at LTP Brand Radio. If you'd like to talk personally to me, and I appreciate all of the DMs and emails and calls and messages that you leave, you can do so on Instagram at Firestarter CEO and on Twitter at Your Firestarter. So when I came back from the long vacay, I wanted to give you something super exciting to come back to, because certainly you're not tuning in for just me. So I wanted to have a super great show. And so joining me tonight is Catherine Cassidy, and she is a leadership stylist expert. And we are going to get into everything that means. Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I am super caffeinated, so I apologize in advance. I've been around the Beltway today. So leadership style expert. A lot of people are like, so is it speaking? Is it what, is it the type of outfits I wear? What is it? Tell us, let me back up for 1 second and let's talk about just your evolution within the fashion industry, because that's an interesting story in of itself. So share.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, it is definitely an evolution, and that's kind of how I speak to it. I speak to it as your evolution of style, the evolution of your career, and leadership style power is the sum of that evolution, and it comes to it starts way back in the day,
right, when
I had to move from private school to public school.
Okay.
And what do you wear when you want to make friends? And that's
Umbros. If you were in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Oh my gosh,
Umbros.
yes. Yes, I was just cleaning out family like memorabilia, and I was like, look at that Umbro outfit,
Yeah.
so cute. Plus,
you have your
like, the
Adidas,
stripes
you have the
and the
Adidas
polka dots
jacket,
together.
and you have your Umbros, and everyone knew
Yeah.
if you had fake Umbros.
Yeah.
Everyone always knew if they weren't the real Umbros.
I don't know. I lived in a town where I feel like people always had the real Umbro. I don't know.
Telling
what
you,
that
in
says
Cheyenne,
about me.
Wyoming, people knew the difference. But continue, please.
Yeah. So, any case, it really. I went to undergraduate for business. I love business, and senior year of college, I realized that there was this job called being a merchandiser, which is merging your love of business with your love of clothes.
Yes.
And impacting what goes into the stores. Right. So 3 years as a merchandiser at BCBG led me to realize that there's really a lot of disconnect in the fashion industry.
You think?
Yeah. I spent a while actually looking for a different job at a different company, and I came to the conclusion there wasn't a better opportunity.
Right.
So I just decided to do my thing,
Right.
and that's how You Styled was born.
And so I'm very interested, backing up for 1 second, back to being a merchandiser at BCBJ. As someone who occasionally shops there, and I often walk in the store and go, none of these clothes you can't wear any of this anywhere in public. I was like,
I have opinions.
Who wears this to work? Like,
Right.
all of my BCBG clothes are for like going to the bars or
Yes.
going to things. But there are people that wear these things to work. As a merchandiser, did you ever sit there and go, none of this is practical? None of these clothes are practical.
100%.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I was wondering if I'm the
Yes.
only person who looks at those clothes going, none of this is practical.
Yes.
No
And
one can wear these.
It's changed a lot in the last 9 years, where
Right.
it's gotten even further to that
Right.
more clubby.
Yes.
And that's part of my frustration with the fashion industry anyways, is that there's not really much out there that's fun and like appropriate for
Correct.
professional women.
Correct.
So it becomes really hard to have a personal style for a woman, especially as she rises up as a leader. And then you move between price points.
Yes.
You end up to find the really cool clothes. They're a lot more expensive.
Right.
So you need to be, it's just, so.
It's frustrating.
That's where You Styled came to be. Was
Perfect.
Like how, if it's hard for me, as someone in the fashion industry,
Yes.
who has easy access to clothes at a significant
Correct.
discount,
Right.
to build a wardrobe for work, what
Right.
is it like for professional women who don't have the knowledge, who haven't figured out how to dress their body type, who don't have the significant discount for quality
Right.
clothes,
Right.
and
who have body challenges.
Right.
They're tall, maybe
Right,
they're
yeah.
heavy, they're short torsoed, whatever the
Absolutely.
case may be, makes it even more difficult.
Right, and we all have. I mean, every woman has something
Has a
that they
thing.
need to figure out, and most people
Yes.
would be like, "What are you talking about?" But we know it.
We
very
know
intimately.
every woman knows, and
Yes.
every woman knows exactly her thing.
Yes.
Yes, and I don't know too many. I know a few, but they're cosmetically altered. A few women that they can just take something off the rack and away they go without any
Right.
sort of altering or doing something to it.
Right.
And why just because of my FYI, why do you think the fashion industry makes it so difficult for women to be able to take something off the rack and wear it? Why do they make it hard on us when we're the consumer?
Well, there's two pieces to that puzzle. And the first one is that it depends on the fit model. So at BCBG, we had the fit model for sportswear, which is what I merchandised, was pretty skinny up and down, but she had curves.
Right.
So it was a little bit of an in-between. Some things would work, other things wouldn't if you had curves.
Right.
95% of women have curves.
Yeah.
Like the pear body type is the most common body type.
In the
and
world,
I hate typing people. Like that's
Right.
my biggest pet peeve when it comes to anything
Right.
style related.
Right.
But most women have curves somewhere on their body.
Yeah. You would hope.
I
mean,
mean,
you would hope.
There are some of the straight up and down,
Right.
and the hourglass is actually like what you would consider the ideal, but
Right.
not many women
Women
actually
have an
are
hourglass. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the fit model, one, and
Right.
then two, they're trying to meet a very broad range of body
Correct.
needs.
Right.
So they really end up making a lot of concessions for that.
Right.
So that's where it's knowing what to tailor, how to tailor, if it's worth tailoring.
Right. That's a big one.
And a lot of things really kind of aren't, especially
Right.
for the quality,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
So it requires then knowing how to dress your body and
Right.
then paying attention to fit. And
Right.
so it's like, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
And women,
It's very overwhelming.
Women we expect of ourselves that we would know all of this.
Right.
Like this is innately, we're born with this knowledge.
And definitely not.
And no, it's too much. So,
And oddly enough, I mean, I can't speak for everybody's mothers, but I don't think this is information that a lot of moms pass down. I think that we just kind of forget about that knowledge and we just kind of pass by it. And I don't think women really talk about it, share it, pass it down. And so it's almost like every new generation has to figure it out all over again.
Right. Well, and also we've only been in the workplace for the last how many years? Not my mom was a stay-at-home mom. So
my mom definitely wasn't, but I mean,
Right.
like 50 years, 60 years at the most,
Right.
you know,
She
since
always-
World War II, or that's a lot
Exactly.
more than 60 years.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, I have math.
I wasn't going to try to do the math in my head right there.
It's longer than 60 years.
I have no concept of time.
And so we're like dogs. We have no concept of time.
True.
But
We're
you're
entrepreneurs.
right. I mean, the women's workday wear has not been in existence as long as women's wear.
Exactly.
And so we have not had to figure this out for long periods of time.
Right.
And so, yes, this is an evolution. This is a kind of a historical evolution that is still being figured out. What is appropriate in the workplace?
Right.
I mean, you know, what was it just a couple of weeks ago that the Senate was like, we're banning no sleeves.
Well, I think that was in the summer, but no concept of time as an
Yeah,
entrepreneur.
yeah. I was like, really? It's 2017 and we're banning no sleeves.
Right.
What is it? What is this?
Well, this is actually a lot of where leadership style power comes from all of the things.
Right.
Because dressing as a professional woman originally was about being a man and dressing like a man.
Terrible.
Right. Like you wanted to fit
Shoulder
in.
pads.
You did not want to stand out. And that's been a
Yes.
running theme for up until really very recently.
Yes.
That we wanted to fit in and be one of the guys or whatever.
Right.
Especially if we were rising up as leaders.
Yes.
So it's really within the last few years even that we're able to find our own style, and workplaces are not enforcing that you have to wear pantyhose or the sleeves issue. And that unfortunately really comes from making men comfortable.
Right.
Because they didn't know this way of interacting with women. I mean, and it's obviously coming to a head right now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of tides turning on that front.
Which is great. And I mean, even the guys that are asking, how can I even hug a woman? You know, can I hug? And it's like, well, are you going to hug a coworker, period? How about you start there?
Right. Does it matter if it's a guy or a gal? Right. Exactly.
So there's that piece of just like, it's changing for the better. And we're just in this evolution. So I think mostly it's like, let's just take it back a step and like not put all that pressure on ourselves, because we do like to do that.
Right. I mean, it is just clothes.
Yeah.
It is just clothes. I mean, thinking back to, like, if you remember Working Girl with Melanie Griffith and the terrible outfits that she wore and Sigourney Weaver wore in that movie, just that terrible red pantsuit that Sigourney Weaver wore with the huge shoulder pads and like double-breasted. And so not flattering. But they had to dress like that. That was very Wall Street, because if you wanted to play with the boys, you had to dress like the boys, which made absolutely no sense in the world. And so it is nice to see that fashion is trying to evolve, not only to make us look more like women, but also to be more flattering to body type.
Yeah.
And so back to the root of your comment a little earlier, why you started your company.
Yes.
So talk about that.
Absolutely. Well, so You Styled was born of, if it's hard for me, and I actually do have expertise in this, what is it like for women who do not have this?
Right.
So it started with, how do I make it easier for women to get out the door? How can I help them find their style, know how to dress their body type? Certainly was an evolution. I was 25 when I started my business. There was so much I did not know.
Right.
And then it evolved with 4 years later launching Boutique Box, which was about giving them an opportunity to outsource their shopping, because then I found women were not investing in the support for the shopping piece of it because it's expensive.
Yes.
And then they were still making mistakes and buying things on sale just because they were on sale. And,
and it just stays in their closet.
Different pieces.
Right.
And then eventually it really came to be that all of my clients were professional women.
Right.
Very few of them were husbands buying gifts for their wives.
Right.
I mean, I love being able to empower anybody to find their style.
Sure.
But it was this conversation around, okay, I just got promoted. How do I dress to that level? But also I need to engage my client or my employees that are below me.
Right.
and be approachable.
Right.
Or I have an outward-facing role as well as an inward-facing role,
Right.
and they're two very different audiences.
Right.
How do I navigate that? Or I just started a business. What
Right.
is my personal brand? Like, how do
Right.
I show up and be myself? And
Right.
now you have, like, you want to feel powerful when you're working at home in your yoga pants, but you also
I feel
need to-
powerful even though I haven't showered for like 6 days
Yeah.
on end. I mean, but it's all, these are all,
Exactly.
this is all very valid, and these are all conversations that I've had with women and men.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
The what do they say? The suit makes the man, or the outfit makes the person. And so when you work with your clients, talk with me a little bit about, you know, how you onboard them, and what's kind of, what are the conversations that you're having with them?
Absolutely. Well, and I actually just am in the process of shifting to focusing on training people. So
Right.
that's where leadership style power
Yep.
comes from, as
Yep.
far as, okay, how can I take this to organizations to empower
Right.
men and women? Because
Right.
what I did find, and this is where what leadership style power is about, is that it ultimately comes down to confidence.
Right, absolutely.
Feeling totally confident as you're putting yourself out there, as you're
Yes.
going to an important pitch meeting,
Yes.
as you're going into a job interview, and it's about making sure that you're connecting with whomever you're trying to reach.
Right.
And so you need to dress for them, but
Right.
also, really more importantly, dress for yourself.
Yes.
So I always start with that sort of internal deep dive of like,
Sure.
what are your goals?
What are you trying to do?
Why
here?
are you,
Right.
why are they your goals? Like,
Right.
and then also, why have you not achieved them yet?
Right.
Like, what are you holding yourself back in any
Right.
way?
Sure.
What do you need to kind of put yourself
Right.
forward that way?
Right.
And then we deep dive into, you know, okay, what does this mean for you? Like, what does this look like for you? Who are your style icons? For, you know,
Right.
men, women, whatever. This
Right.
is all. It's
what is the culture that you work in? You
Exactly.
know, you don't want to wear a leather jacket if you're, you know,
Exactly.
you work at a law firm, like
Mhm.
those kinds of things, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So just doing that, like, essentially breaking it down
Mhm.
so you can really look at it and be like, oh, okay, I get it. This is what I need.
Right.
And then ultimately the final step is, after you've really defined how you want to show up, what that looks like.
Right.
Okay, now you need to evolve your wardrobe. What's
Right.
your action plan for doing that?
Right.
What are the pieces you need? What do you need first? What is your budget? How
Right.
do you break that budget up?
Right.
What's quality?
Right, exactly.
So,
and
yeah.
that's an interesting, you know, like that's an interesting point when you say what is quality, because quality ranges for people.
Right.
I mean, there's people that think that Forever 21 is quality.
Yes.
It is not, but they do. And so how do you talk to a client? You know, it's kind of like somebody purchasing a diamond, and they
Mhm.
think that one version of a diamond is really the
Right.
top of the line, but it's really over here.
Right.
How do you have that conversation with somebody that's like, my budget and my idea of quality is here, and you're like, no, you really need to be over here. So how do you
Absolutely.
have that conversation?
There are two ways that I approach it, sort of concurrently. And number one is just kind of walking them through and explaining to them
Mhm.
the reasoning behind my,
Right.
I mean, it's cute, I get the style or
Right,
whatever,
right.
but, and helping them to see that maybe the fit is a little bit off,
Right.
the fabric is a little bit
Right.
different, and maybe something's going on with the
Right.
quality of the colors now.
Right.
And then when I would bring them pieces, that would be
Mhm.
where I would also continue the education
Right.
around, okay, so this is worth this because.
Right.
And they would actually then be able to see and feel the difference in fabric.
Right.
So I've had clients, I want my clients to not rely on me. So
Right.
they would go out shopping afterwards, and then they'd be like, oh, I went to Ann Taylor and I couldn't buy anything.
I can't. Me and
I
Ann
was
Taylor
like,
are
I
not
mean-
friends at all.
And
I
you
can't
can
buy
find
anything there.
Right. Like, you can find cute pieces. You can figure it
Yeah.
out, make it work. It's a great, I mean, I love it for especially
Like,
those that are just
right.
getting out of work, out
Right.
of school, or in
Right.
some
For
sort of
staples.
transition.
Right.
And just pieces to fill the gaps
Right.
until you find the pieces you really love.
Right.
Don't ever pay full price there.
Never.
But,
Always take a coupon. The place is so overpriced.
So-
but yes,
but-
there's staple pieces you can have there for sure.
And that's part of the quality piece of it too. It's kind of hard to educate and communicate, but
Right.
there is a big problem right now in the fashion industry with the consistent marking down. And that was when
Right.
I left BCBG in 2008.
Right,
And
right.
that was part of actually the catalyst of,
Right.
of things that I was like, this doesn't make sense as a business
Right.
model.
Right. Like, this doesn't work.
Our
Like,
sell-throughs.
These dollars and cents are not adding up
Yes.
here.
And so the product that you're seeing at those stores is actually produced for the price point that they will sell at on sale.
I see.
So that's why with certain designers, I'm like, do not ever pay full price. I'm going to direct you to find these pieces here, and this is what's worth there.
Right.
Here is where it's worth paying full price, especially with the direct-to-consumer movement.
Right.
Like I've been on board with that since the beginning, and that's a lot of what launched Boutique Box.
Right.
Because you're not getting the double markup.
Right.
You're getting just better quality for the price point.
Right.
And those are then pieces that when I talk about return on wear is something that I like to say. If you have it for 10 years and you wear it even just once a month and it's $400, then you're getting a pretty good return on wear. And you haven't had to buy it again.
Right. Yes.
With the time that it would take to replace it.
Yes.
Not to mention the extra money, even if it was $100 versus $400, that's still like 2 years versus 10.
Right.
How many wears versus, So I really try to help people figure that out. And since most of my clients are business minded, they're like, okay, I get it. Like,
I get it.
My time is valuable. My money could be put to other things.
Right.
But
how do you move somebody away from, the cute, cheap piece at Old Navy that only costs you $9.99, and it's so adorable hanging up in the store, and like my body type, if there's anything that loses shape very easily, any fabric that loses shape very easily, it's a no-go. I have the thing on for 15 minutes and it looks like I'm wearing a gunny sack. But I know women who, they can buy stuff from Old Navy and they look fantastic, but they're throwing it away like a month later. And it's really not economical at the end of the day. They're saving money at that point in time, but really they're spending money in the long run on all of their clothes rather than buying something at like a Banana Republic and possibly getting it tailored so that it fits appropriately and it stays a lot longer. Is that a challenge that you have with clients? They're like, why can't I have the $9.99 Old Navy pants?
It's amazing how quickly they come to
see
the light.
Oh yeah.
After
well,
they
if they're investing in you,
because
they're ready to make that move.
Exactly.
Right.
And so typically when going through a closet, like I might keep some of those pieces originally for them and explain to them, this is something that we're going to want to replace.
Right.
Because it's cute, it's fine, it'll get you out the door.
Right.
But, again, it's just not the best piece, especially for where you're going in your career and in your life.
Right.
And so then we bring them, they get new clothes, they see the difference, they feel the difference.
Right. Yes.
And then it becomes really easy for them to get rid of the pieces that are not the best, that quality. And it's kind of fun because, again, they're the ones. I'm not doing it anymore. They continue to clear it out.
They're purging on their own.
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm like, yes, you do it.
And so when you go into somebody's closet and you clean it out, where does it go? Does it go to Goodwill? Do you consign it? Like what do you have people do?
I typically give them insight into what is worth doing with each piece.
Yes.
I'm a big proponent of, finding a new home for something that you've loved if it's still in good condition and it's just not time for it's not yours anymore.
It's
you've
not
loved
ready
it.
To be sunsetted.
You've loved it, let it go. It's okay.
Yes.
So to address for success or something like that, or an organization. I'm not a big fan of Goodwill, to be honest, just because it doesn't go directly to the people that need it.
Nope.
It fundraises for the organization, which is good, but
and if it doesn't get used, it gets shipped off to China. So just FYI, people.
That piece I actually didn't know.
That's what happens to it. I agree with you in the finding a new home. For the viewing public out there, if you don't know, for many, many years, I ran an event called the Greater Washington Clothing Swap.
Okay.
And because I, like you, feel the same way. Like I have stuff in my closet all the time that it's not ready to be sunsetted. It's just not good for me anymore. Like I wore it once and it looked good in that one picture, but my body has since changed as I've aged.
Exactly.
And now it doesn't look as hot. So, but it's still in perfect condition.
Right.
And I don't want to get rid of it. And so for years, I did the Greater Washington Clothing Swap, and people still like the page on Facebook. I'm like, I haven't done an event in like 2 years.
Yeah.
I should do another event. This reminds me that I need to get that back online. But because we women spend so much money on clothes, so much, whether it's a good piece, not a good piece, whatever, we spend a ton, and we spend a ton to dry clean clothes and everything else. I created the swap because I'm like, you don't throw it away.
Right,
Like
finding a new
this
home.
person over
Absolutely.
here can wear that dress. I have dresses in my closet because they're just classic cut. They're just little black dresses.
Clean. Yeah,
Clean,
absolutely.
easy to put a jacket on it, put a necklace with it, whatever, that I got at Swaps like 10 years ago that I still have. But they're classic.
Right.
No need to get rid of it. If you
Right.
can still fit in it, by all
Right.
means wear it.
Yeah, especially if you are wearing it.
Yes.
So, and you find that, and there may be pieces too that you hold on to just because you know that might
Right.
come up and it's a good piece to have and
Right.
just in case. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, there's thread up. You can.
How do you feel about thread up? How do you
I mean,
feel about
I don't
it?
buy stuff from there, but I tell my clients
To give
there. Yeah.
I give to them, and I'm in debate whether if I'm getting my money's worth as somebody who is donating. I would love to hear from other people out there. If you're using ThreadUp, if you think that you are getting your dollar's worth when you send things away, like
Right.
I sent them a brand new Michael Kors jacket. And they were like, "Oh, you $19." I'm like, $19? I can write that off on my taxes if I'd given that to Goodwill for more. Are you kidding me?
Right.
So it's stuff like that kind
Yeah.
of irks.
Yes.
And so I'm interested about that.
And I think that just depends on your motives. Like,
Yes.
I think I have some clients that love it. I tried it recently, and it still hasn't made it to the queue for me to assess if I'm, going to get my value worth.
It takes forever.
But I hear you though, because I'm like, oh, these are good pieces. Like someone's going to want this. It's just, there's that piece of, because I'm so particular in what I like.
Yes.
Obviously, this is why I do what I do.
Right.
This is how
Right.
I've literally been this way since like birth. My mom
Right.
has told me.
Right.
So there is a genetic factor to it.
Understand.
But so it's like I don't do it for myself with the clothing
Right.
swap.
Right.
Because I'm so particular. But I have found great pieces.
Right.
And I think one of the challenges with that is that it's an overwhelm, and
Yeah.
that's. But if you know what you're looking for, which
Yes.
kind of goes back to the wardrobe action plan,
Yes.
then you can keep an eye out for those pieces that would fit
Correct.
that need. And then same as if you're shopping,
Right.
whether it's on sale or full price, you can be like, yes, this is
Right.
something that is great for me. It's a good fit. It's good quality. It's my style.
Right.
And it adds value to my wardrobe. So
And dressing, we've touched on this a couple of times. Dressing for body type is key.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're 89 pounds or 500 pounds. Well, 500 pounds, but if you understand your body type and you understand what works, what fabrics, what cuts, whatever,
Absolutely.
you can look fantastic.
Right.
And so, talk to me a little bit about how you work with people to better understand their body type and how nobody knows what this number is on that tag. It's better
Exactly.
that it looks good on you than
Right.
what size it is.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about how you get your clients to get their head wrapped around that, about their body type, about that, and so that they're dressing better overall.
I will say most of my women clients, I mean, even some of the men, I have them go down a size or
Right.
two.
Right.
And I do definitely communicate that the size on the tag means nothing,
Right.
especially with the like overabundance of oversized clothes these days.
Right.
Like all the
Yes.
flowy tops and dresses
Yes.
and whatever.
Yes.
Sweaters. Like I do love them for being comfortable.
Right.
But I go down like 2 sizes.
Sizes.
Like
Yeah.
I am not an extra small.
Right.
No.
I usually wear a
Like,
small or
exactly.
a medium because I'm like, I'm drowning
Exactly.
in this. Yeah.
Yes. So, and then you're like, then for women that are really petite,
right?
Where
do they
what
go?
do they do?
they have to belt it, like cinch it up.
Exactly.
I mean, it's insane.
So yeah, it's just a matter, and that again, it kind of goes to the education piece
Right.
around like, here's how you can make it work for clients that are really petite. Like there are
Right.
not a lot of petite options out
No,
there.
there is not.
So I tell them to look for jackets that are shorter or
Right.
short. They're a crop jacket or a short-waisted jacket.
Right.
Ends up hitting them in the right place.
Right. Correct.
And then you might have to hem the sleeves, but that's an easy fix,
Yeah.
especially if there are no buttons. And even if there are buttons,
They
just
can
move
fix
the
it,
buttons.
yeah.
Like,
That's easy.
just little things like that, or plus size clients. I'll even be like, just go to Eileen Fisher,
Yeah.
and get their regular
Yeah.
large or extra large because
Yes.
it's so oversized.
It's so oversized.
And so again, it's a matter of there are 3 pieces that I talk to is that like you have to pay attention to this when you're looking at fit. It's
Right.
fit, obviously.
Right,
So
right.
tailored, close-ish to the body. It doesn't have to be tight.
Yeah, don't
Just
it
to
shouldn't
make
be
sure that you're
strangling you.
right. Just to make sure
Right.
that you're showing your shape. No
Right.
bunching or bulging.
Right.
Because you don't want to fidget.
Right.
mind your waist. So whether
Right.
the jacket comes in at the waist and accentuates it,
Right.
which is actually a great trick for just adding structure
Yes.
over something
Yes.
that is too big or flowy.
Yes.
Jackets are really hard to find the right fit.
They are.
So don't feel bad about it. Just try on
Right.
a lot of jackets.
Yes.
And those are really expensive to alter. So
Yes, they are.
just try on a lot of jackets.
Yeah.
And then finally proportions. So
Right.
making sure if you're wearing any volume anywhere, you're keeping it slim.
Right.
Where you're not. So
Right.
volume on top, slim on bottom, volume on bottom, slim on top.
Right.
Very simple. So.
And for men, I mean, we've been talking a lot
Yes.
about women's fashion, but there are guys out there
Yes.
who
Don't
probably
worry, guys.
probably
We haven't
need
forgot
more,
about you.
more help than anyone.
Just a little more challenging for
one of
women,
one of my favorite things. My friend Chris in college, he invited me to go shopping with him one day, and I was like, oh, okay. And we went to the mall. And we walked in, it was like Macy's or Dillard's or something, and he was like, I'll just get that. And
Right.
whatever the mannequin was wearing, he would get exactly that. And I was
Yeah.
like, do you like that? And he was
Yeah.
like, well, I know that it matches because it's on the mannequin, so I'm just going to buy that. And
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's adorable. Like,
I
you're
know.
literally just dressing in whatever they put on the mannequin. And
Yes.
legitimately, his entire wardrobe was
Yes.
nothing but whatever
Right.
Macy's or whoever was putting on the mannequin. So what are some of the biggest challenges besides just going shopping in general? What are the biggest challenges with some of your male clients that you see?
I think it's kind of ironic because women have the challenge of an overabundance of options
Right.
and how do you dress your body, and men have the opposite, where
Right.
there's really not that much of a way to
No.
be creative with how you show up.
No.
We're getting
No.
head nods.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think
They really don't. I mean, guys really have very little. You
Yeah.
know, just look at the tuxedo. Yeah, black shoes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, but see, you've got personality with your socks. That's
Yes.
one of the ways you can do
the
it.
sock industry has really like blown up. It really has. There you go. Your
Clever,
pot
clever.
leaf
Yeah, exactly.
Socks.
I did notice that.
Good for you. Good for you. But they really don't. Guys really have it's blue, it's black, it's gray, it's brown.
Yes.
And I mean, now that camouflage has now become a super huge thing, everything for dudes is camouflage.
Right.
From sweaters to pants to everything. But there really is not. They just don't have a lot going on there. So
Yeah.
how especially for a guy that has a challenging body type, where do you steer him?
Absolutely. Well, it still starts with like, who are you and how do you want to show up?
Right.
For men or for women. And I do think it's not so much about the suit. It's
Right.
about how you wear the suit and
Yes.
how you feel in the suit.
Yes.
So that's where I'm like, okay, Ann Taylor or Men's Warehouse, whatever.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it gets you out the door. It really matters that it fits your body and you feel good.
Right.
There is an advantage that men have in terms of getting custom suits made. And
Yes.
that you can always default to a suit or
Yes.
a, sports coat or something like
Yes.
that if that fits your personal style.
Right.
I think it just comes back to this thing of like, okay, let's play with it a little
Yeah.
bit. Like,
Yeah.
maybe it's playing with color then, paying attention to the details of the fabric that you
Right.
choose.
Right.
The mannequins can definitely be a good guiding point.
They're a
though.
good guide, yeah.
I mean, I do. There's like, this was like so many years ago, but I still I see it vividly in my mind. I was in a Bloomingdale's and they had this. It wasn't cobalt blue, but like it was a really bright royal blue
Okay.
suit for
Okay.
a guy, and I was like, yes,
Yeah.
like, yes,
yes.
Kudos to the guy that pulls that off, because that is like, you are so confident in yourself,
Right.
if you're gonna wear that suit.
Yes.
Because you're certainly gonna stand out. And
Right.
and that speaks a lot to who you are.
Yes.
Like because at the same time it's like you're confident, but you're maybe not super cocky.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Again, it depends on how you wear it and
Exactly,
your body language and all the other
exactly,
things. but-
Exactly. I think a wonderful thing for men's fashion is the evolution of athletes and
Yes.
them exploring their
Oh
fashion.
my gosh, yes.
I
Justin Timberlake. Like,
right. Yeah,
you know.
people like Justin Timberlake, people like Ryan Gosling and other influential
Absolutely.
male figures, even some politicians who
Right.
are really exploring their personal style. And I think it's they're mixing and matching patterns. They're wearing cobalt blue suits. They're wearing different types of sweaters, different types of things. I mean, men's fashion as a whole is rather boring, but men are really getting creative. I was at a holiday party last night, and this guy was wearing a striped shirt with like this Argyle tie and this jacket, and he had a pocket square in it. I mean, it was never anything in a million years that I would have put together, but he looked fantastic.
Right.
And I mean, he absolutely stood out from everyone else who was in boring black or brown or Christmas colors at this holiday party. And I told him, I was like, I love it. You look fantastic. Like, this is great, because not a lot of guys will explore. Or they do the god awful thing of, you know, sports jackets with shorts and boat shoes, which is the absolute.
No,
I
mean, I grew up in the Midwest, but no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it happens.
I'm still preppy myself, but no.
It's very prevalent down in Florida.
Yeah.
But you'll see guys in like a sports jacket and like pink or green or something shorts and the boat shoes. And I'm like, no, not on any level is that a good.
Yeah.
That's not good. You don't look good.
I
Or
know.
like you see it a lot at golf, at country clubs for golf. I'm like, no, like, no, like, I think you think you're business on the top and party on the bottom. Like, it doesn't work. So we've been talking a lot about your clients and how you get them to their personal style. I wanted to go back to you a little bit and talk about your personal brand. You know, as you've made your evolution through the fashion industry and building your business and that sort of thing. What kind of personal brand have you been wanting to carve out for yourself?
Absolutely. That, such a great question.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's what I do. That's what I'm here for, folks.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so much of it for me has always been about style is intimidating.
It is.
So how can I make this approachable and how they can understand that I'm not here to judge them. I'm here to help them.
Right.
Because
it can get judgy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I have so many thoughts on styling sometimes. Where, like, people are led down the path of the stylist style versus their personal style.
Right.
Or just because they want to be trendy, they look this way. And it's like, you can so tell when someone doesn't, they're just doing the trendy thing. They're trying to fit in, those sorts of things. So it's always been very much about trying to be as authentic as possible and trying to figure out different ways to connect with people. Because I know that I can be, for some reason, intimidating.
Right.
And because I've been, for some reason, considered confident in myself forever. And I realized that that's truly
Lady, you're preaching to the choir here, so.
Well, what I will say, though, is that when I was a lot younger, I would be like, really? Thank you, I guess. I don't. Yeah. But it was always
now
because.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm confident.
Exactly.
Like, you should be intimidated by me. I'm probably smarter than you.
Well, exactly.
But this comes across in fashion with women a lot.
Right.
Because if you have we are strong, dominant women, and if your fashion is dominant as well, it becomes like this impenetrable force.
Right.
So how have you worked with that in your brand?
So there's two pieces. First, I've tried to do a lot more. The writing and the video is huge. Yeah. To be able to see people, have people like hear me and truly connect with what I'm saying and how it's coming across in the visual medium with the tone of my voice. And I don't really script things because I really want it to be authentic. So sometimes I totally flub things, fillers, whatever.
I make
it
mistakes
is what it is
in all my videos. Yeah.
But
yeah, all the time.
And my driver's ed coach used to yell at us moo to like undo the
Okay.
So it's stuck in my head. But in any case.
Okay.
And the other piece of it is just owning it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is who I am. It weeds out the people that are not interested.
Yes.
The people that I've been able to help it's been some of the most incredible transformations because a lot of these women and men, mostly women though, have been women who have just never even felt like they deserved to even show up.
Yeah.
And so I think by really focusing on trying to cultivate the fact that I care, that has been able to come across in the different way. And really the video has been the biggest piece of that. And meeting people in person. Yeah. So part of how I ended up in Washington, D.C., actually, since I lived in L.A. for 15 years, was, I mean, I loved it while I was there.
Hate L.A.
But, I mean, I went to undergrad at USC, so it was like, you know. It was not. It was really fun to be in LA in my 20s, and it was a great place. It was perfect where I needed to start my business. But I ended up in DC because I realized that I was building my business when I would meet people,
right,
and especially outside of LA, actually a
Yeah.
lot more easily. So I was like, all right, let's put my stuff in storage and go to all these different cities where people
Right.
think I need to come, or I have
Right.
friends, and connect with people,
right,
or do a workshop. And that's always really powerful for me,
Yes.
to be able to get people to engage.
Yes.
And so that's part of why, a big part of why I'm focusing on leadership style power now and
Right.
speaking, because what I love the most is giving you the tools to do
Right.
it for yourself,
Yes.
empowering
Yes.
you to start, and just speaking on the topic and start thinking differently about it.
Yes.
Just a little bit, like
Yes.
even one tweak about, minding your waist.
Right. Right.
Can have a really big impact.
Well,
So-
a lot of women don't know how to mind their waist. They don't even know what that means,
Yeah,
or
or where it is.
or where it is, or are they making themselves look
Right.
weird, or whatever the case may be. And so when you're thinking about your own brand, and
Mhm.
you're building out your brand on social media,
Mhm.
what has that evolution been like for
Mhm.
you?
Oh my gosh. A lot of it has been owning the fact that I am the brand.
Right.
It was you styled
Yep.
for a very specific reason.
Right, right.
I did not want to be the brand, and not because I was uncomfortable being in
Right.
front of it, but
Right.
I really had wanted it to grow beyond me.
Right.
And ultimately that just was not happening. Everyone was so attached to me.
Yes.
So I was like, okay,
Yes.
I guess I'll just own it, and
Right.
this is how where I want to focus anyways.
Yep.
And now, funny enough, it's an interesting transition to focus on me, because I'm focusing on leadership style power and speaking.
Right.
People still see me as the stylist.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, that's an interesting branding conundrum.
Right, right.
So now, even though I have been speaking to leadership and style and
Mhm.
how you show up as a leader
Right.
throughout,
Right.
it's really focusing on, okay, what are my key messages?
Right.
And how do I rotate through them and get them out there? And what is the ratio of leadership to style to power?
Right.
To
Right.
women, to men, to parity, to,
Right.
all those different balances, and trying to make it relevant too, and not
Right.
just preachy,
Yeah.
but really engage, and maybe I am sharing a story, but it's about, look, I'm a stylist, and sometimes it's hard for me too.
Right.
And I just said I'm a stylist. I'm not a stylist, guys. I speak about leadership and style and power.
You are a stylist. I don't think, I think you went through something that I think every business owner or every figure goes through is, I made a very defined decision when I launched Firestarter that I am Firestarter. Yes,
Mhm.
it's a company,
Right.
but I am Firestarter, and that is a decision that you truly have to make when you
Right.
launch your company. Are you the company, or
Right.
are you your own separate entity? And what I tell a lot of people is, in today's world, if you're launching a business, you are the business.
Right.
So you need to own it, and you need to live the brand.
Mhm.
And I was at a conference this past weekend, and I was on a panel, and somebody asked about something along these lines, and I was like, I am my brand. When people look at my social media, when they look at my videos, when they go to my website,
Right.
the first thing they see is me.
Right.
You're in the style industry, I'm in the branding industry. We have to be our product.
Right. Absolutely.
You probably do this as well, as people always ask me for a case study. And I'm like, look at my shit. That's your case study.
Right.
I am my product.
Right.
And the same for you. It's go look at my pictures. Go look at my presentations or whatever. You are your product.
Exactly.
If we sold widgets or whatever the case may be, it would be a different story. But
Yeah.
we're a lifestyle.
Mhm.
It's very much what we do is a lifestyle. And I think more and more businesses are going to evolve to that. But you being like, well, I'm not the brand.
Right.
So don't think I'm sitting here up in my head being like, oh, honey, you're in for a rude
Well,
awakening.
it did. It took a lot of people for a long time.
A lot of talking, right? You had to have an intervention.
Right. Before I really owned it, I'm very fortunate that I have some very brilliant marketing people
Right.
in my life
Yep.
who gave me a lot of tough love. And I sometimes rebuffed it quite harshly, perhaps. But it really was okay, looking at, you have metrics in front of you if you're using social media.
Yeah.
And even if it's as simple as looking at how many likes you have on an Instagram post or a Facebook post.
Yep.
And invariably the ones that were of me would be way higher than my spiel about leadership.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I want to make sure that I'm engaging people and inspiring them. What is the content that will?
Right.
And this is part of this, like you say, it is me, and it is me continuing to show up.
Right.
That is the brand.
Right.
That thus inspires them to continue to show up,
Right.
or at least take that next step.
Right.
So,
It always hurts my heart a little bit, especially on my Instagram account, where I post a picture of like just me and it gets hundreds of likes, and then I post something that's like real educational content that someone can use.
Exactly.
And it like gets like half the likes. I'm like,
yes.
Guys,
I
come
know.
on.
I know.
But, you know, as I tell myself and I tell clients, like, look, don't slit your wrists over it. Like, you know, you're using one part of your brand to educate or to get people to the other part of your brand.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, we live in a aesthetic world, and if people are liking a picture because they like your skirt or they like whatever, it keeps them engaged for the educational content that you're bringing along. And believe it or not, I actually found out the other night that, you know, I was like, nobody is reading my educational content. I'm like churning out like a blog a week with real like tangible things that people can do, and nobody is reading it. And I got to this conference this past weekend, and like a couple of people are reciting back to me my own content, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe people are reading it.
Right.
Like, clearly it's resonating somehow. So I tell people not to get too sad when the picture of them in a cocktail dress is getting a bunch of likes, but their video post is, you know, or people are like, wah, wah, wah.
Right.
People are paying attention.
And I think that's accurate. And it's also knowing where your people are coming from and what they're coming for.
Yes.
Even previously when I was working to build my business with personal clients, my personal clients were not coming from Instagram. They were coming from referrals and meeting them in person and having a conversation.
Yes.
And I actually was just thinking about that today after a conversation with a friend, where especially in entrepreneur land and, you know, trying to sell the online products and all of those things, people get so confused about marketing and sales.
Yes.
And you can market the heck out of anything, but you got to sell it.
You have to sell it.
And
marketing is not sales. Sales is not marketing, people.
Exactly.
For the millionth time, they're not the same thing.
And so, you know, and my undergrad focus was entrepreneurship.
Right.
And I remember going back to my notes for my intro to entrepreneurship class.
That's a degree?
Well, at USC, you focus your major.
I
so
see.
you take 4 classes within a focus. So I took 2 classes in entrepreneurship, and the other 2 were in operations. Because I was like, if you have a business, you need to
know
run
how to operate it. Yes.
Foresight, I guess. But if you don't have sales, you don't have a business. That was the note. And this was about 3 years into business when I was still like spinning my wheels with marketing stuff. And I was like...
I know.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And then from then on, though, I was like, that's 100. Why did it? But there's a lot of other factors that go into that.
Yes.
And so from then on, I focused on sales and how do I have these conversations and what works and what are the metrics. And so to the point being, marketing and social media are visibility.
Yes.
They're your brand. People meet you, then they go to your social media. Then that reinforces.
Or they go to your social media and then they meet you.
Right.
We're now living in a world where those are interchangeable.
Yes.
Right.
And that's a huge part of how I got connected so quickly here in DC was actually social media and reaching out, seeing people and researching the DC hashtag and seeing people that were being real on social media and being like, I want to be friends with you, so I will.
Right.
I mean, that's how we connected, actually.
So. That's exactly how it works.
It was like I saw you through someone else's post, and I was like, I like what she's got going on, and so, you know.
Sometimes I'm good. But this evolution of how you got here and how we got to know each other, and you're not the first guest who has sat in that chair who we came to know each other in that exact same way.
Right.
You know, social media is word of mouth 2.0.
Right.
Believe me, I still get tons of people to my doorstep through good old fashioned referrals, which I love those, appreciate it.
Yes.
But you know, social media is referral 2.0, word of mouth 2.0, and those who are not learning how to leverage that, and this is something I said at the conference I was at over the weekend, like if you are not leveraging social media to connect and network and find out what your competitors are doing, what people you wish you were like are doing, then you're basically leaving money on the table, in my opinion. Because look at how this is connecting us now. Like you're not from here, I'm not from here, but now we're both here and having thriving businesses. Right. But that's social media, right? And a lot of people neglect that. They think social media is this thing out here that it's a fun tool. No, it's a business tool.
Yeah, it is a tool.
It's a business tool.
Oh my gosh. And I remember when Facebook first launched, because I was still in college. And then when like it switched from personal to professional, and all the people randomly adding you, which now that happens on LinkedIn too. Yes. So you have to say no.
I'm a LinkedIn, like any person who wants to connect with me on LinkedIn, I'll connect with you, but you are going to get grilled. Like I'm going to be like, have we ever met? Like how do we know each other? Why are you interested in me? Before I accept the invitation. But if somebody wants to connect with me, I'll chat with you, because you just never know. Right.
And I completely agree with that. Yeah. You know, I mean, I think it's more this getting comfortable with the fact that like this was supposed to be fun and personal, and now it really is a business tool. Yes. But you also still have to be fun and personal. So.
Yes. Which is tough. A lot of people, oh my God, we're at the end of the show.
I hope you guys had fun.
Oh my gosh. A lot of people, that's hard to be professional but fun. That as a marketer and as a communications professional, that is like the new frontier, is teaching people who are not fun and professional to be fun and professional. But I think that's reflected too in people's style.
Absolutely.
How to be fun and professional.
And it actually brings up a good point. For one, be you. Like if you're not fun, be boring.
Be boring.
I don't know.
But I think you can be,
but you know what I mean.
You can be authentically boring, but
and engaged. You can still resonate. So what I was gonna say is this is something to consider for men or women, but who is your business style icon? Right. How do you show up? Like I was just actually filming a training series and sharing that Angela Ahrens and Sarah Blakely are my business style icons. Right. Partly for how their styles actually merge together. Right. Partly because of who they are as business women actually balances and merge together, as well as how much success they've created for themselves. Yeah, like,
absolutely.
Thank you, $1 billion from scratch business.
You're doing all right. They're doing all right.
So, and Angela Ahrens is, I mean, what she did at Burberry was like incredible.
Amazing.
For the fashion industry. Yes. Like somewhat unprecedented.
Yes.
So
she's amazing.
Hence why Apple stole her away.
Exactly.
But looking at her style and you know doing the same for for guys especially, like what are the guys, the sports guys, whatever, who inspire you. You're not going to be able to imitate them, but you can at least take away something.
There's pieces you can take. Right. I mean, you're not going to be able to wear their $3,000 custom-made suits, but you can find something at a price point that works for you and your body type. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I tend to dress like the Housewives of Atlanta, but that's just me. No, I don't really.
I'm really bad at reality TV, so I was like, I don't know what that reference means. I mean, I know who they are.
I love reality TV. It's like my Syria. Like it's probably I'm sure there's some rehab center that I can go to like remove myself from it. I can't stop watching it. Oh my God, we have literally time for like one question. Oh, and so I always love to ask guests, whose brand, and you talked a little about who your style icons are though, but whose personal brand just gives you life? Like who do you just look at their personal brand and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this person?
Oh, that's a really good question. I don't know that I've ever considered it that way. Wow.
It's
my own.
Your own? Me. I would have said that. What is one social media trend you wish would stop? It needs to stop. It's awful. Please go away.
I really get it akin to the random commenting or adding on LinkedIn.
Yes.
But great shot, or the innocuous stuff that people
when
will
with
post
people
on
on
Instagram,
IG, yes,
that they just want you to like them or follow
I
them back
immediately
or whatever.
delete those people.
I'm just like, no, like that's, I can tell that's fake.
Yeah.
I want to actually have a conversation.
Or you're
with
some
you.
intern that's
Right.
literally just looking at pages being
Exactly.
like, awesome, awesome, awesome. I
Exactly.
hate that. I
Yes.
immediately delete those people right away.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, tell people really quickly where they can find you.
Absolutely. CatherineCassidy.co. That's both C's. A lot of alliteration there. It's also the 5 C's of leadership style power that I talk about.
Hey.
So all the C's. But yeah, CatherineCassidy.co, or you feel free to send a note and connect on LinkedIn. I love personal notes. I do love the connecting piece.
Yes, I love notes as well. I get some ugly notes, but I still enjoy them. people,
you know you've made it when you get that bad
when you
ones.
get hate mail. When you get hate mail. Well, thank you, everybody. Again, if you want to connect with us online, please do so on Twitter at LTP Brand Radio or on Instagram at Let's Talk Personal. You can find me on Instagram at Firestarter CEO or on Twitter at Your Firestarter. Please join us next week when I have my dear, dear friend, Mr. Kevin Jones, who is the head basketball coach at St. Andrew's Episcopal School. So we have lots of fun stuff to talk about then. Until then, you can find me at www.letstalkpersonal.com to see this episode and all previous episodes. See you next week. Take care.